It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Latinos in the House. Episode number 28, if I'm correct. Producer, super duper producer. Yes.
He's nodding his head. Yes.
I am Pablo Punkout, and to my left is the one and only Stephanie Garza. I got your name right finally.
Oh, you didn't know how to say Garza?
Yeah, it took some time. It took that Z and the A in the end, kind
Oh
of
my God.
gets me all the time.
What kind of Latino are you, man? I swear.
I'm that type. I'm that type of Latino. But welcome. Today we have a special guest. But before we get to our special guest, Stephanie.
Yes.
How the heck you doing?
I'm doing really well. Today was a good day.
Yeah, I can see it all over your face.
Can you? I'm like glowing, like as if I'm pregnant, but I'm not.
Oh. Yeah. No, I'm personally, I'm really, really grateful to be here myself. So I'm really excited to be sharing this moment with you.
Yeah.
And
sharing this moment with Victor. In case you don't know, Victor Salazar is in the house. Yeah, Victor Salazar is in the house, and we're gonna be talking to him in a little bit.
And if you don't know him, you're gonna get to know him.
You should know him. He's Mr. Vinyl Session Chicago himself.
Everyone's favorite TikTok DJ.
Exactly.
So what you do this weekend?
Well, I'll go to this weekend, and then QMM's going to queue up the video that I sent him from last weekend.
There's a video?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There's a video.
What kind of video? It's not going to get me in trouble, right?
No, it's not going to get you in trouble. Not going to get me in trouble either.
Or you in trouble. Okay.
He's like, wait.
Or Victor in trouble. Because I don't even know what video who's.
Oh, you're going to be excited because I can't say that I've ever seen. I'm sure somebody's done it in Chicago, but not since probably podcasts have started. But I could be wrong. Okay. So if I'm not the first, I'm good with that too. But I got it. That's all that matters. So Friday I didn't do nothing. Mm-hmm. Q was DJing over at Zubar. It was a rainy day, obviously. Everybody knew that we had some thunderstorms. But Saturday was fun. Made it over to Lama for Martino Spin and Ramos' event.
How was that?
That was really fun.
It was nice. Okay.
It was good to see the Colitos.
Okay.
Radar came out. Radar came out. Radar never comes out to rarely anything. And he came out. I was so happy to see him. Awesome guy. Got to see a couple of the other folks there. Al Cisneros was there. He made it in from Mexico. He's doing well.
Okay.
He's got some things in the works, so we should be seeing that soon. And then Curtis McLean was there.
Okay.
Sidonia, is that what her name is?
Okay.
And from the one who sings Single Girls, Single Ladies.
Oh, she was there?
Yes, she was there.
I remember that song.
Mario Durham was there singing Donnie. Mm-hmm. So it was really cool. Lama, really, really treated everybody through the door really well.
That's nice.
I know Ray was hosting that. So Martino, great event. I had so much fun. Thank you for the hospitality. But Saturday seemed to be a very networky day.
Okay. Where else did you go? I
said that I was going to go to El Huevo for breakfast. And by the way, thank you, El Huevo. They are our first sponsor for the Latinos in the House conference this year. So, yay! We got our first sponsor. I'm so happy.
El Huevo!
Thank you to Laz and everybody there. So, we got there and we were waiting for our food. And there was a gentleman named Remy who does Rituals, which is promotion events for all these clubs, but mostly Carnival. I have never been to Carnival.
Really?
And I've never heard these DJs. I'm sure they're known, but I've never heard of them. So we went there after the Llama thing because they only have it till 1 o'clock. And when we got there, I swear to God, it was a different vibe. Victor, you would have loved it. It's a total different experience that I've not felt in a long time. I had so much fun that I just got a little tipsy.
You tipsy? Come on.
I got a little tipsy, but Remy, thank you so much for inviting us. We were on his ticket. We got there. We were treated very nice, hospitable, everything else. And you don't think so? I thought so. So we got to see Les there right after work, in his party gear. Leon was there, who was a part of our conference last year. He was there. Okay. Met a couple of other heavy hitters that were there. So I thought it was really cool. Put the video up, so if you guys get a chance, go to my my Facebook, and you'll see the video up there. Really cool. So thank you, Remy, for everything. And Sunday we had to rest. But, are you ready yet? No? Okay, I'll keep going.
There's a delay.
There's a delay. Okay.
It's okay, because I want to talk
So-
about what I did this weekend, too.
Yes, yes. So Saturday we had George Lamont.
Okay.
Okay, so we did that. And then also, what was it, Sunday? Help me out, Sunday.
Domingo,
No,
you went to church?
no. What was Saturday? We had George Lamont on Saturday. Well, it doesn't matter. But we had George Lamont on Saturday over at Salerno's, and that was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Victor was in the house, right here. He was doing
Oh,
awesome.
you were
Once
spinning?
again, he was spinning.
Oh, and the new wave room?
Yeah.
Okay. How was
Yeah.
that?
Oh, it was
pretty
great.
good. They
Yeah.
held their
It was
own.
great.
Okay.
So a lot of people, and I don't mean to be mean, but some people were not enjoying the music in one room where George was going to be at, so they all came to listen to Victor in the other room.
Oh, they go.
So yeah, so Victor had a good little.
You had them
crowd
mashing
there.
or you had them jacking? Or you did both?
Both. Both,
go.
a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so-
was
lingo
nice
mix.
to see, though. So I thank you to those that came over for my set.
Well, my Saturday was very eventful. I got me and Veto got invited to go check out Scary Lady Sarah at the Metro. She was
Nice.
doing her nocturnal spring ball, and yeah, she had a great crowd. What you know what's awesome about her, and I can't wait till you meet her. It's just her. You don't. She'll DJ all night till like whatever.
Like
4.
the old times.
Yeah, it's just her, man. She'll have like, of course, she'll put on a show, you know, for intermission. But it's just her, and she, yeah, she was just jamming. Close to 1,000 people were there.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's like normal for her crowd. She pulls that many people in. So yeah, I had a great time. The music is, it's great. It's different. If you're into that dark way, I mean, the really deep stuff, and you hear a lot of bands that maybe you don't normally hear. I totally recommend it. And
Well,
yeah,
good.
we had a
And
great
she's going to
time.
be a part of our panel this
Yeah,
year.
she is. She's on the alternative panel this year.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, yes.
That's
She
a nice
is.
surprise.
I know,
Wow.
I know.
My eyes just lit up. She's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now you know why I asked you, do you like moderating?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So I did remember what I did also last week Saturday. Last
that?
week Saturday was the Chicago Electric Music Conference,
Okay.
which we were asked to be a part of. We were part of Meet the Professionals. Got to meet a lot of people there. John Renecki throws it along with a couple of partners of his, and they threw an awesome concert. We got to see Chris Laura there. DJ Reich was there. The gentleman Renemy that we met. Lewis from the founder of Viva Acid was there. So, I mean, it was just a great time. Meeting everybody there was also awesome. I had such a great time. Thank you, John, for the invitation. It was just such a great time to meet everybody. They even had footwork. Everybody was trying to do the Chicago footwork.
What's
like
that?
the footwork kings, like the real fast dancing
Oh, okay,
with
okay,
your
I see.
feet.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people who were trying to learn it. They were like teaching the class and everything, and everybody who was standing around watching it was that they were all getting into it. I thought it was so cool.
That's fun.
Young and
That's
old.
fun,
I thought it was really, really cool. Plus they had all the rave flyers there. It was so cool to see Paul Johnson, DJ Jess. There was just so many flyers that were just, it brought me back to like certain times. So I thought it was really cool. But are we ready?
What are we doing?
So I have a, no, we're not? Okay. All right. Okay, we won't be able to do it today? Okay, that's all right. That's okay. So, but I'll tell you anyway. And I'll show you the video.
Okay.
So Saturday, when George Lamont was in town, I decided to be kind and ask him would he mind doing an interview with me.
Oh.
And he did a 3-minute interview with me for Latinos in the house.
Man,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, I was so excited to show it tonight because we had to cancel last week. Oh my God. So much fun, so much fun, so much fun. I was like, oh my God, I was like, I got to talk to
That's
George
awesome.
Lamont. Yeah, so
Yeah, we got to do more of that. So,
Yeah,
okay, all
yeah.
you heavy duty promoters, you bring an act, call us to interview them. We'll love that.
whose video's on? Whose phone's on?
I think it's Memo's
Kira?
doggy phone.
Is it Mello's doggy phone? Oh, okay, because I hear the feedback. I'm like, oh my God, I hear myself screaming in the background.
It's not I.
So now that we're talking to Victor, because Victor looks like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say. Victor Salazar is in the house. Give him a round of applause. I am so excited to see you here, sir.
Thank you for having me.
You're like so shy right now. I'm like, oh my God, you do so well on TikTok, and now you're like, oh my God.
You're like,
He's like Cindy Brady. You know,
he
when she
became a
had to do
monk.
the-
I don't know where.
when she had to do the word quiz, and she saw the red light going.
Oh my goodness.
How are you, sir?
I am well. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm glad to be. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this. I was excited driving over here, and I think it's just the whole control thing. When I'm doing my thing, it's like it's me. I'm not in control, so I'm just kind of.
That's
like,
right. You're not.
Yeah. I knew it. I knew it.
Get ready, baby.
It was funny because Al from the industry DJs called us right before you got here, and he goes, yeah, I see you're gonna get Victor Salazar. He's like, he wanted to be on our show first. I'm like, he's like, no, go ahead. I'm like, yeah, we get him first. We get him. He lives closer. You
Yeah,
wait.
that's right.
And there's always so much to talk about, things that you like might forget that you can always bring up on podcasts, which that's what I love about our podcast. So how does it feel to be in the Latinos in the House stage?
It feels great. It feels great. I'm excited. Like I said, I've been enjoying your weekly shows. There's always these little nuggets from the different guests that you guys have had here, and like things that I didn't know, or like you keep dropping stuff. Pablo keeps dropping stuff, and it's just good. It's good. So
the droppers.
Yeah, you guys are the droppers.
Aw. Well, we're going to acknowledge some people before we start. Sue Vargas, always everybody's knowing.
Sue, it's great
it
seeing
was
you
so
on
great seeing you
Wednesday.
on Monday. Oh my God, it was
You know
so
what,
cool.
Sue? I never saw you come back from the car. That's private conversation.
Michelle Burke, thank you for joining us today. Lorenzo, how's it going? Adam Martinez is in the house. Mr. DJ Zwaz himself is in here. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We have Victor Salazar in the house, and we are going to start. I did not realize how much or how close you were to my cousin, John.
Yeah.
Did you guys start off DJing together, like when you guys were kids?
Kind of within the same circle of people. Like John was like literally the first person that I met when I went into grammar school, and we're still friends to this day. And Gina, of course, rest in peace. She was an integral part musically. She loved dancing. She just loved the whole vibe of being around people. And that was what the scene was about, at least for me, like just being a part of something. And but yeah, John is like, I could talk about him a lot, like, you know.
I know he likes sending you records, and like he
yes.
surprises you with certain things.
That's right.
And I love seeing the surprises that he sends you, because you show him, and it's like, you know, records you were looking for, things that maybe you didn't have. So what got you into DJing? So lead us to that story, and what year did it start?
Oh man, so when I was a kid, my family, they were musicians. They had a band. They had like a Doors cover band.
Wow.
So my uncle Ruben, they would call him Ruby Morrison, because he had the long hair. And then my aunt used to like listening to the Platters when she was washing dishes, and my mom was the disco queen. So when I started hearing all that dance music, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, and so on and so forth. So in '83, there was a graduation party, and we walked in, and I heard familiar music, but I was looking for a band. There was no band there. There was a DJ with.
So '83. How old were you?
10.
Okay. I'm
yeah.
a timeline guy.
Yeah.
I'm asking those kind of questions. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're 10 years old.
10 years old.
Walking in.
Walked in. There was no band. There was a DJ, and I was like, "What is this? Like, what are these things? You know, with the records and this? I knew what they were, but I didn't understand the concept." But then, long story short, this guy, the definitive moment where I decided I wanted to do this, he played. She Blinded Me with Science, and the crowd lost it. That was
Oh,
the
wow.
hot
It's a
song
hot song
in
back then.
'83.
Yeah.
So people were just like dancing to it, and I was like, man, this guy has power over them. I want to do this. So then 2 years later, I ended up, my mom got me turntables.
Oh wow!
We're talking
But before
85.
that, I was, yeah, 85. So then, before that, I was like buying records and just listening to them, memorizing them. I spent that whole time, I only had the one turntable. So by the time the turntables came, I had to learn how to blend. And, you know, just like everybody else
Yeah,
tells the story, you know, it was train wrecks after train wreck. And I didn't understand the concept of a monitor and the headphones and this and that. And then when it finally clicked, then it started getting a little better for me. So
So when did you think you had it down? How long did it take you?
This year.
I didn't want to say nothing, but you said it first.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, it took a while. I guess I never thought about it in that sense. But I like, all joking aside, like I've been feeling more comfortable in recent years when I'm playing somewhere. Like maybe I just let loose a little bit. But my whole everything, it's always been like every time when I'm blending, if anybody pays attention or whatever, I'm constantly mixing the song in, like literally, I'm practicing 2/4/7, and then when I blend it in, it comes out good. Okay, then the next record that I put on, I keep like mixing it in, so I make sure that it's on beat. Like it's a constant, it never stops to this day.
I laugh at him because sometimes like he'll mess up on TikTok. I'd be like, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that. And I'm like, why are you apologizing? It happens. It happens. But he's so cute when he does it.
That's proof that you're not just pressing that sync button.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Anyone can do that, right?
yeah, the technology, it is what it is, but like it's like it takes the fun away of actually doing it. I'm not gonna judge anybody for doing anything, but like, why would you miss out on the challenge of blending something together and it's gonna sound good if you get a reaction? Man,
Yeah, I mean,
that's
learning how to mix on vinyl, that was like to me like the real test, right? Because not everyone, a lot of people tried, but not everyone can stay on beat.
Yeah.
That's I mean, if you can stay on beat on vinyl, then everything else is like, it's
oh, for sure.
cake,
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's awesome. Like, it's just, what, so he said 2 years later, so you were 12. You were 12 years old. Man, I like the fact that when I asked DJs what was the first record they remember that wanted to tune them into DJing, and they can remember that, or what was the track that or house, not even house song, but just whatever they've listened to, and they can name it like that, and like they instantaneously remember it. I think that's really cool.
The first record that I bought was What Is a DJ If You Can't Scratch by Egyptian Lover.
Really?
I was into breakdancing and then watching like the movies, like watching
Breakdance.
Aladdin and all these other guys playing the music, but Egyptian Lover was like the thing, and then Hashim with Its Time and all that stuff. Like I was into that, and my mom put a stop to that because I was like,
Why?
well, I was focusing more on like turntablism. I wanted to
And
scratch
homework?
and be like the other guys. And she's like, no, you need people to dance. So you need to play
okay.
dance music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a
She's
good
the-
point.
Because she was the
She
disco
led me-
queen. Yeah,
yeah,
she
right.
liked
That's a good
dancing.
point.
Yeah, she led me. So thanks, Mom. Like she literally like cut it off with the
Yeah, I mean, you only can do that
Yeah.
stuff for about so long.
Yeah,
Then it
yeah.
gets, and then, honestly, then it
props to
gets
Mama.
boring after a while.
Teaching you to move a floor and not just play for you. I love that.
Yeah, no, she gave me a lot of advice.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to thank Julio for turning in. Gino Rock and Roll was in the house. I know there's a couple of. I know I saw Mr. Wonderful's in the house, and what's that? I'm sorry, I had to I switched off and switched on, so I'm kind of losing where we were at. But hey, Julio, great turnout on
Great
Saturday.
turnout, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing, it was just awesome.
And is he still taking shots?
I don't know, because he was like on shot number 10 when he was
Dude,
halfway
yeah.
through it, man. So he was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah.
Melissa Starr, thank you for tuning in.
What up, Gino?
What up, Gino? He had an awesome Taylor Dane.
I didn't get. Well,
Sunday.
let's talk about that because I didn't get to go.
Yeah,
but-
well,
You
we
went,
were
right?
going back and forth. Yeah, thank you very much, Pablo, for the tickets.
De
I
nada.
appreciate it. But yeah, congratulations on. I mean, it was just a Taylor Dane. Come on now, it's Taylor
like a big
Dane.
show.
Yeah, and then DJ Gloria, and then also
Rick.
Rick. I was so excited to see him finally DJ, and he was so in his element. It was
That's
just so cool. But back to Victor. So Victor, now you're 12 years old. Your mom's telling you, "Yo, you got to move a dance floor. Like you got to get a crowd in."
Yeah.
So what was the song that you said, "I'm gonna play this"?
This
and
is my
it's gonna move a
go-to.
crowd.
What was your go-to? Can you remember that?
At that time, only because of the whole Sacred Heart thing, it was a little bit of. There was several songs, but it was like Lime, Unexpected Lovers, Let the Night Take the Blame, Prototype, Come Back to Me. There's like that whole genre of music. Like High Energy and Italo was like the thing, and she's like, get the girls to dance and the boys will follow. And
That's
it's
true.
always been the
Perfect formula.
the formula.
Yeah.
And so going back to Sacred Heart, the other than the first DJ that I saw, the second DJ that I saw in person was Nandi Max. He used to go by Fernando Nandi Viramontes, and it was a battle of the DJs. and I didn't think he was gonna win. My mom said he was gonna win. He won, and I was
Wait,
like,
your mom went with you?
yeah.
Oh, dang!
Yeah. She used to dance with Gina and all the girls.
Okay.
She would jam with them.
Oh, wow.
I was a kid, so it was like, you know, like.
Well, you
know,
ain't that much younger than me.
But my mom, like, she wanted to go to the party.
I
It
love
was her
that.
excuse to go. Sorry,
It's
Mom.
kind of like
yeah.
Pablo's story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, they loved her. Like, she would just dance with the moment that we would walk in, and this is prior to, like, house. It was all about the dance groups
Yeah.
and break dancing and this and that, and I was like break dancing, and I could do like 3 moves, and but we would battle. It was the thing, you know. But yeah,
I got a pretty mean ass caterpillar.
nice.
You mean the
Battle?
worm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one too. Well, for me, it's caterpillar because I'm really slow at it.
Okay. So, you were at Sacred Heart. They were just known for all of their parties.
Yeah.
Between them, St. Joe's, and even IHM. But Sacred
IHM,
Heart is
St.
very
Bruno's.
memorable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
Sacred Heart was
memorable.
like, maybe because we were going there, but I think that was like the it place to go. Mm-hmm. And then everybody else was like, you know, kind of jumping in when they saw the possibilities. But I think Sacred Heart had the best parties.
I
hands
agree.
down.
I agree. I'm not going to even lie to you. I think they were. And then once they shut down, that's when they went to IHM and to the Youth Center.
Yeah.
And then to, God, where else? Because even St. Joe's had closed their doors to any type of dances.
Well, that's when like the American Legion and all
Yes.
those other halls
Highlanders.
came into the mix, and then Highlanders, Caesar's End.
That was about 85, all that was going on.
Yeah,
They were
Grand
all-
Manor,
All that,
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
already going on. You know?
Yeah.
But they weren't. But a lot of the kids were still trying to go to the hall parties because a lot of times when Grand Manor was throwing those parties, they were a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
Where you were paying like $2 or $3.
It was $5 at a
It
Grand
was
Manor.
$5 at a Grand
right.
Manor, and if they really wanted to make money, they were going to charge you 10.
Right.
Which I don't know who they thought was going to have that kind of money
Not
at the
back
time.
then, not back
so yeah, it's crazy.
Well, those other places didn't have. I remember those flyers. I think it was the guy's name was Batman or something.
Hey, that's Jesse.
Kicking it with the ladies. They would put that on the flyer. He was like the playboy.
Batman's kicking it with the ladies.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, Victor, why didn't you ever give yourself like a, because, so you started in the era where traditionally we're here in Chicago, because of the Hot Mix 5 influence on a lot of us, that's can't erase that. You had your first name had a match, your DJ name had a match, right? Either your first or last name. Why didn't you ever get yourself or did you have one and we just
So
never saw it?
Back in those days, because of the space on the flyers, they were doing like the first name and the initial. So it was like Danny S and whatever. So I did Victor S for a little bit, and then
Wait, you were Victor S?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
what's his
he
name?
had a crush on you. No.
No. No. Mentirosa. Don't get nervous. I don't bite.
No, it's just QMM's looking at me because I'm sitting too close to.
Sit closer.
It's all right. A little bromance. It's all right.
No, so Frank B.
He's turning
Molina is
red.
the one that gave me not gave me, but like say use your name, Victor Salazar. He liked my last name, and then they put it on a flyer, and it was like on an angle, so my name kind of stuck out. Mm-hmm. But for no reason other than the name, I was still like learning how to do this, and then it stayed.
What year is this flyer then?
This is 87.
87, okay.
87 is when I guess officially the Salazar thing.
So you were in high
happened.
school still, or you graduated?
I was a freshman. I graduated in 87. Yeah, it was that fall.
So you were a freshman already on the flyer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What was your first dance?
The what?
Sacred Heart?
Yeah.
Who was the DJs with you?
Oh my God, that's like a lot of people. But like my, okay. Well, the first production that we had, we were going under Regency Productions. So that was Victor Mendoza, my cousin Rodrigo A, Frank B. Bad Molina, and then they added me last because they felt sorry for me because technically it was the 3 of them. And so they were, like hanging out, more. And then
Did you have like a jacket, little DJ jacket?
no, we had business cards.
Oh, look at you,
Oh,
all
damn.
We had
fancy.
business cards, and that helped out later. And you know, when we reached, I guess the next part of the story was the business cards. Something just goofy, but yeah. So it was the Regency Productions, and then my cousin came up with the name New Force. So then that was the second group, and we had that for like, I don't know, 5-6 years. And we were throwing parties, so we were known for promoting new wave. By that time, that we were playing just
That
like
was later
new wave.
on.
Yeah, later on. Yeah.
So who was so besides 90 and you mentioned the other guy, what radio station did you listen to? What were the mixes? Because you had to be listening to the radio. mixes.
I enjoyed KKC, CRX, and then it came to be BMX. You know, GCI, and then later, yeah.
Really?
I was listening to the college stations first, and I remember this with John and Miguel Martin. We would call each other, and we would have tape battles. So we would do pause mixing, and then we would do like a stutter mix or something goofy, you know. But we were like, we would battle. Like as soon as the mixes were done, get on there, and I loved listening to Harry the Blade. He was my favorite.
He was
my
awesome. I
favorite.
loved Harry.
That guy was like, to me, like as far as the radio guys, he was ahead of a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And he should have been, in my opinion, he should have been on the major radio.
Yeah, I agree.
But it just, I don't know. I'm glad that he was where he was at because I was able to listen to that station. I didn't know about BMX.
What?
No, because it was just I don't know.
Well, take into consideration he was younger, and
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if that was
Yeah,
it,
that's true.
growing into
And
his
by
side
that
of
time,
music.
86, I think they had ended and then went to GCI, 86, 87 around there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a lot of the stuff, like for me, because of my age, it was like handed down. Like, you know, I would hear the stories and I would try to imagine the day of your conference. I confirmed a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay, this was true, this was not true. Oh, that was a rumor, but it was still funny. And you guys touched on a lot. That day was one of my favorite days in years because I got to relive a lot of and confirm a lot of the stories and everything. Like seriously, you guys did.
I love that.
Conference 1 or
Awesome.
Conference 2?
The first one, number
First one.
one.
He didn't make it last year.
Oh, that's right.
And he was DJing, and he did a wonderful job with that too. I felt like I was in that era.
Yeah.
Everything you did that day was like serious. I think I even got up and said before I answered a question, I was like telling people how happy I was that day because it was literally took me. I was back in 86, 87, like it was right there. You know, the dancers you
thank
guys
you.
had. It was literally it was like a party.
Yeah.
Ask anybody else that was there, gonna tell you the same thing.
Oh,
They did.
and he's
They
talking
really
about
heard that.
DJ QMM.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry,
DJ
I'm just
Q.
looking at him like, and I'm mentioning his name, but QMM killed it that day. It was so good.
It was a good time. I mean, there was a lot of even a friend of mine who said that her parents were so strict that she never knew what that scene was because she couldn't go out.
Yeah.
But based off of all the stories and the DJs that showed up and everyone that was
Oh,
there,
you had
you had it right there.
It's his mic.
Oh, it's his mic. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
You know, they said that it took them back in time. Like, they felt like they were back in that era. Like, if they never... Even Vilma Colon was sitting there moving and grooving, you know, and a couple of other aldermen that were showing up there. So I thought it was cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no,
that
it was,
meant a
it
lot.
was a great time. Looking forward to whatever else that you guys, you know, are gonna do.
Whatever else we're going to make you do.
Sure.
Yeah. what we're going to make you do. Julius, thank you for joining in. Julius Oliver's in the house. Marquez Antonio's in the house. Al, Mr. Industry DJ himself. What's going on, family? We got Julio Hazadi in the house. Tony T all the way from Miami. Louis Angel Vargas is in the house. David C. Dave C's in the house. All right.
David C. You got him David
I'm
C.
not calling David C. He's gonna kill me. Thanks for the shot, man. That I needed that day. And then Carlos Feliciano's on here. So you know, how awesome is that? We were trying to figure out what the hum was. So pardon us in our technical difficulties right now. So we'll be getting Victor back on. But how cool! Thank you so much for. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You got the video footage that we
Yes.
still need to get.
I have to
Right.
give it
It's
to
only
you
been
guys.
2
I
years.
Yeah, we
apologize.
haven't seen it yet.
It's only been 2 years. You know, I'm sure you get to
He's
it one
still
day.
editing.
It's a big file. There's 3 files.
Oh wow, yeah. I think hell, even the person that we hired, we haven't seen their
By the
footage
way,
either.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Al and Alex, great job again last Monday. We had a ball.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
those
did.
are you know, because of them we're here, we appreciate you guys. We love you.
They gave us a lot of love Monday.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah.
I mean,
It was
that was
awesome.
very,
Yeah.
that was a lot of love, and I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Great.
We missed Victor though. I was really hoping to
Sorry.
see you there. I know he was busy, but we were really hoping to see you there. So now we're gonna go forward. You listening to Harry the Blade, who, again, one of my favorites from CRX. Always loved him.
So you lived back in the yards? You mentioned Miguel.
Yeah, well, I lived a little further south, but
Okay.
I went to school at Sacred Heart. So
Where did you live?
by 68th in Maplewood,
Oh yeah, you were further south.
and then we ended up on 53rd and Kedzie. So that's where my dad opened up his office, his income tax office. So that
Oh,
was,
wow.
That was party central when I got older.
What did your parents do? You just said he has a tax
He was an
accountant.
accountant, yeah, and my mom helped him out. He was doing that for a long time, and they everything he did was, that brought us out. It was because of that. It was so awesome.
So were you one of those kids that got picked up on 63rd Street from a house party that they had to put on the bus?
There was a couple visits to different places, and yeah.
Were you one of them that made the news that night?
I can't confirm or deny.
Oh
but
my
I
goodness.
did have. I did get the bologna sandwich.
So you were. Well, I guess
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that as a word.
Yeah.
So if any of you remember, there was
Refresh
a
your
party
memory.
on 63rd. It was a large house party, and they all ditched school for that. I was supposed to go, and my mother said, "You go, I'll kill you." And I said, "Okay, I'm not going." But they had to have 6 CTA buses
Oh wow! No, I wasn't
load
there for
all
that one.
of these kids and took them down to the precinct or to the station.
Because they were
Ta-
playing hooky?
Well, no, because of the daytime, because they were serving, I believe they were serving liquor there.
Oh.
But it made the newspaper.
That happens in daytimes? Liquor?
Yeah, I know, right? It's a
Underage
shocker. It's a shocker. Hold on. It's pop, people. It's pop. But that's what they had. So, but yeah, it was like a big to-do.
Wow.
They had to get 6 buses to hold
Oh,
all
no, I
these
wasn't at that.
kids.
I've been to other ones that
Yeah.
where we had visits, but yeah.
It was huge. And parents had to come pick up them kids. It was funny. I'm glad I missed it.
Wow.
So Victor, here you are. You mentioned the New Force. So that's that's like what brought you into the new wave part of it? Because you got the disco influence, you got this Italo, right? I'm sure
So
you had to
we
play
were-
hip house too. I mean, this is like
all that
80s.
music. Yeah, we touched on all that, like because that's what was out, right? And I was in the back of a friend's car. We were cruising, and then they pulled over and they started puffing away on stuff, right? And so I'm sitting in the back getting this contact high, right? And then Temptation by New Order came on. But so I'm getting a little loopy, but to me at first it sounded like country music because I wasn't used to, I'm used to the 4 count and the bass and this and that, yeah. And I was like, what is this stuff? I'm liking it, I'm started grooving to it, and I was like, okay. But and then what he told me what it was, I had to kind of wait it out. But then I remember Frank Molina, B-Bad, he bought Nitzer Reb, and it was crazy because he was a house head, but I learned from him to do a variety of music. But he bought Nitzareb and he would mix in Murderous and Let Your Body Learn. And I was like, oh my God, I'm liking this. Like, what is this? But this is even, like, to me, in my opinion, like, before it became a scene, I liked the music. And so then that just opened up, like, I want to get that sound.
Yeah, that's being there from the beginning. It always was a scene. It just took a little longer for it to get to the community, the Mexican.
Yeah, that's right.
community, and it happened. And that movement was like in the late '80s. So now you're in the '90s. If you're talking about Nitzreb and all that, like early '90s.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so what made you go to the dark side? Just
I
kept playing
enjoyed it. I liked the crowd. Man, this is gonna sound
what
weird.
do you mean, like the crowd?
This is gonna sound rude. Okay,
Well,
so
what-
I would associate freestyle and some house parties with game bangers.
What really?
Yeah, mostly freestyle, and it would surprise me because I'm
Okay,
like
little
I'm
Susie
thinking their
can
love
relate.
songs.
He's like gangbanger music. Look at this guy with his clown mask. Yeah, you guys don't see this,
So
but
If you guys have been here, then you already know what's going on.
oh
he's got the
god.
clown mask on.
So yeah. So I just like the vibe, and I like the clothing that people wore in these people, they just look great.
These people.
Yeah.
Hey, watch how you're talking. These people.
They all look good. All the kids, you know, with their boots and oh my God. So yeah, I just gravitated to it, and then I started hearing all the different other artists, you know, like the Erasures and the Depeche Modes, and
So you never listened to CYC?
I did when I was in the area. I was too far out south.
Okay, makes
Yeah, he's
sense.
on 68th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where my cousin comes in, because he went to the Boys and Girls Club to take lessons, and he would always talk about this hard Roman guy. I'm like, what's hard Roman? Who's hard Roman?
What's a hard Roman?
Yeah,
What's a hard Roman?
Yeah. So, but yeah, they were taking the classes. He never went as far as like you guys, you know, to be like on air or play, but he took the classes to be radio, and so when we would be in the neighborhood, we would hear the mixes and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, but it was disappointing because it was far away.
Right,
but
right.
I knew about the phone calls. Like, we would talk about it in school. Like, oh man, I called into CYC and I talked to Louis Segura and I requested this song and it was for my girlfriend and this and that. And then there was a story that somebody requested a song for Louis, but it kind of backfired on them. And I can't go too deep into it, but it was a song.
you can.
Oh, yes, you can. We share everything here.
No, I'll leave it at that. This guy, that one's creepy.
Yeah. Our producer's wearing like these weird masks and trying to get our attention.
Yeah, but we're not paying attention.
Yeah, because we have a show to do. But
Yes. And everybody on TikTok,
Let's do
welcome
this.
in. You got some TikTok fans here.
TikToks.
Yes,
We
so
got
he's got
TikTokers?
Southside Package. I don't know what that means,
Okay.
but I'm sure
Southside
okay.
Package.
DJ Shelley was on here. I think she's still on here. Yes, Big Papa Q is on here. So thank you for joining in on our TikTok world. We are here with Victor Salazar, and he was talking about Louis Segura getting a phone call.
A little bromancing going on with Lucy Girl. That's okay. I told you it's okay.
We're good here. We're good here. I promise. So now he knows.
He's getting okay. So it's
CYC.
90s. You're getting into the new wave music. You hear music. You're talking about who's this Harv Roman.
Yes.
So who is this Harv Roman?
Who is he?
An influential radio icon from Chicago that
Have you ever met him?
I got to meet him at your conference.
Oh, all those years later?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I geeked out, and I don't remember what I told him, but he was just looking at me, and then I was like, and then when I snapped out of it, I brought up my cousin, and he's like, oh, what year was it? And he was trying to remember, and I thought that was very special because he was trying to remember all his students, you know,
Oh, okay.
and that was very cool of him.
He's probably got pictures because he's got a lot of pictures of a lot
Harv
of
would
kids.
take a lot of pics at the
Yeah,
station.
yep.
Oh, that's awesome. See, and I should tell you guys, Jesse de la Peña has a thing out, and I don't know if he posted the full thing, but he's been posting
I saw
clips.
it.
He interviewed him. So if anybody's interested in that, check out Jesse's de la Peña's page on Instagram. I think he has it on YouTube too, but I'm sure that was a heck of a conversation. There's
jealous,
clips of them
Harv, I'm
walking and
jealous.
this and that, you know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, with the new wave stuff, I gotta give credit to Carlos Feliciano because he helped me understand I was having trouble doing a blend with Love Is a Stranger. I love that song. I liked that one before I liked the other songs. That one was forever a first listen, and I couldn't get the break right. And then he's like, no, it's right here. And then after I got it, I never looked back. And that's the music that I like playing. Like if I had to choose, I would put new wave first, then the Italo disco because of my mom, and then I would put house music like kind of right there. I mean,
He hurt my feelings.
no, I mean it's just
We're over.
Sorry, it's fact.
We're over.
there's just like a challenge when you're playing new wave music. It's there's live instruments, or even with the stuff that's pre-programmed or whatever. But there's just like something about there's a vibe, a love that people have for it, just like house.
You either like it
different.
or you don't.
Yeah.
With any music.
Yeah, that's right.
With any
That's
music,
right.
you like it or you don't. That's it. And then with the alternative stuff, I see you call it new wave. I call it alternative. It's well written, well produced.
Yeah.
You know, you listen to those lyrics. It's some deep lyrics in some of those songs. You know.
What's he doing now?
Oh, now he
Can you
got his
stop
regular
distracting?
face. He has his regular face. We're laughing at his regular face.
So we got some more folks that are tuning in right now. Mr. PBJ show himself, Mr. Peter, and who else we got here? Ethan Rocknandez is in the house. Elma Gonzalez, or Ana Gonzalez, I'm sorry, my glasses. We need some We
Oh,
need some
hello,
tweaking.
Anna.
Hello, Anna. It was good seeing you
Hey,
on
I never,
Monday.
I never saw you
Adam
and Sue
Rock
come
is
back
in
from
the
the car.
house.
You know, but you guys ever come back? That's a private story.
So Lorenzo said he was one of those kids arrested
Oh, really? On the CTA?
at that CTA, and even Adam Rock said he goes we all went to jail. He says they arrested us. So yeah, I remember that. So, tell me what out of everything that you've done thus far, that's led you into new wave. Has there been any heavy hitters that you were like, oh my God, I never thought that I would be DJing next to this person, or somebody that's actually put you in awe?
Early on, when that music was exposed to me, like I remember Jesse De La Peña, Rich DeVizio, Andy Kudeka. They had the New Division group, and they really pushed out their events, and it was awesome. They were breaking new music that I was like, oh my God, what is this? What is that? It was just like a different world. And these are people that I got to see in person, and there's like a host of other people. I don't want to leave nobody out, you know, but like I don't know. In terms of like geeking out, I geek out with everybody. Because there's like a lot of DJs that I met throughout my whole career that are just amazing. Like I could tell you that a good DJ that loves the music that they play comes off authentic, and they're better than anybody that can do technical tricks or whatever. Some people just flow because of the love of what they have for the music.
Yeah.
Carlos Feliciano, if I'll put this out right now, like most underrated, one of the smoothest DJs. All his blends are butter, like I just love the build up and the like what he does.
Like
Yeah,
building
yeah.
it up to that point.
Yeah, he'll suck you in, and you're like, when he's done, it's like, damn, you know, like how come you're not out there more? You know, like he should be out there more than he is.
What
you know?
DJs that are out there right now, or that you've come across or seen, do you think are underrated DJs?
And in general.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what genre.
Oh my God, that's just a loaded question because there's so many. Like I honestly don't want to leave anybody out.
Well, what comes to mind? I mean, it's not to put or leave anybody out, but what comes to your mind that you feel that is just those DJs that are not getting recognized or should be at the forefront with others that are seen?
You know, I wish John was still DJing full time. He was the first person to do a long blend in our circle of people. We were doing the 8 count, 16 at the max, but then he started doing 32, 64, and I was just like, what are you doing? Because we were used to like quick mixing and this and that, and he was taking his time. And so if he was still around mixing wise, I would like try to push him out there, like to do stuff. Reich loves his industrial music. Maybe taking a break or whatever. He needs to, you know, maybe come back and do more stuff because he enjoys what he does. Carlos, again, for the millionth time. I love him with everything. Victor Lua, he's an icon in the alternative new wave scene, but not to the point like where he should be out there more in that sense. And that's, I don't know if it's by design by him, but he kills it every time we work together. It's just like damn, you know, this guy, his new wave mixes were being played on CYC. I want to venture to say that he was like the first new wave mixes were his, and then
You know, I know we were all there at the same time.
but he was
We
before.
were there at the same time. We were all at the same time.
But in terms of timing,
But what I like about Victor, he was different.
yeah,
And he was with John Alcantar.
yes,
Right, so they had their own show.
yeah,
But yeah, he was there with us from the beginning. And that, you know, I
Yeah.
vouch for that because I was there. I got to meet Victor at CYC. And I remember meeting Victor. He came in, he had like a black leather jacket and stuff. So he was great, you know.
yeah, he's very creative.
Yeah, he's great. Victor's one of the, and you're right. He doesn't get enough of that, you know, like.
Well, we're
attention.
gonna give Victor flowers
Because,
right now.
I mean, his remixes are next level.
Oh God, yeah.
There's next level his remixes.
I
his
love
production.
getting that text like, hey, check this out. What do you think?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God.
I
dude.
use a couple of the ones that he shares with me. I use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nothing that whatever he puts out, I listen to. Like, oh, I can use it. I definitely play his remixes, and not only that, he's just a good guy.
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't have this ego thing. He's just down to earth guy. So
That's right.
Someone make
Victor's
sure
one
you
of them.
guys tag Victor and let him
Victor
know that
Luau,
we
yeah.
got nothing but
Well,
love for him.
and he's also a fellow wave pioneer.
Yeah.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
That's
That's
right.
right.
So someone said, and then there's a couple of people who said that you've made them cringe. So Victor Salazar was the first DJ that I had seen stacked records on turntables when doing the mix before anyone else. Then Ethan says, Victor, bring back the days when battle of party crews and hall parties. I agree. We need to bring back some hall parties for us. We can do some 5 to 9 dances, around. Somebody else said, Peter says, he says, true, I cringed that especially when he flipped through them. You can hear the records scratching against each other. You traumatized some people here. DJ Reich, what's going on? Victor Lua is also a stand-up guy, great DJ,
Yeah.
very humble. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, that the guys are agreeing. Dan Martinez, what's going on? I have one devastating Dennis. Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's what he's. Yeah,
That's where I got the stacking of the records from. Dennis has, I would say that he has the record for mixing the most amount of records in 30 minutes. I forgot the actual number, Dennis, if you can share that. I remember witnessing him quick mixing. Nobody does it like Dennis, and I wanted to emulate that. I got that from him. So I would try to fit as many records as I could. So I'd take out the
pancakes.
yeah. But yeah, Peter was there when, and I should have brought one of the records, but you could hear the, and it was bad. Peter's another good friend. I have love for Peter. Adam, he put me off to the side to like, hey dude, we were at Miguel's house practicing, and I'm thinking, okay, it's somebody else's turn. It's like, no, you didn't get that right. You got to keep practicing.
Oh wow.
So between Adam and then
Adam Rock.
Adam Rock,
Okay.
a huge influence, and then Frank B-Bad's the one that showed me how to use the headphones. I always have the headphones like this when I'm mixing. I never drop the headphones. I see other DJs, and I'm just like, I don't know how you guys are doing it. You guys are really good. I try putting the headphones down mid-blend. I can't, because I ride the pitch. So I have to have the monitor like forever, and I give him credit for that,
You go to sleep with your headphones?
Huh?
You go to sleep with your headphones too?
No.
Rudy Ramos
My
in the
mixer.
house. Nice to see
Headphones.
you,
My
sir.
mixer.
Shouts out to Rudy Romo
So-
for tuning in. Brittany for tuning in. Also, thank you. She's giving you mad props. Sandra Gamino, thank you for Monday. You did an awesome
Thank you,
job.
Sandra. Great host.
Congratulations
You and
on being the
Tulio.
host and being interviewed. I learned a lot about you that day.
Yeah, she's kind of tough.
Yeah, she is.
I heard her.
You talk about me.
I like, that's-
So Peter says I was more like zip, 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 zip.
Yeah.
So let's go back. So now you're in the 90s, right? So you're, now you're getting older, you're getting established, you're getting your own style. What happened in the 90s in regards to your DJ career?
We were doing a lot of the, and this is why I wish Carlos was here. He has like the memory of that part. And I say that because we were like everywhere playing at, and I could get the timing wrong of that, but it could probably be mid-90s. All the Milwaukee parties. Oh, we were doing Tanya's.
Orbit and all that.
Orbit, yeah,
Okay, that's
the
mid-90s,
Royale,
right?
and
Royale, okay.
so we were doing all that stuff during that whole era of that, and then just before all the kids grew up, and when Convent came, changed
everything,
the
right?
whole scene,
Yeah, yeah.
because everybody was 21 and over, started going to the bars and this and that, but I would still gravitate to the friends that I knew that I made contacts with, so we would go play at Richie's on Thursdays. Richie Rubolino, we would go play there, Nandi would be there, Martin Boogeyman, I mean, the whole cast of characters was there, but they would give us a chance to go play. And so that was like something, like a good memory, because you're hanging out with all these people. Even to this day, I like hanging out with the older guys. They were like the second generation, we're third generation DJs. Hanging out with those guys that I would look up on the stage and see, it was like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't mess up. I messed up. They're staring at me. I want to leave.
And you know, the funny thing is that Benji was always there at Richie's.
Yeah.
And I mean, Benji would always give some history there, but yeah, Richie's was one of those places that you never knew who was going to walk in.
That's right.
Because if there was an artist that was performing over at Prime and Tender, you were going to see them at Richie's probably the night after.
It was like Buddy Guy Legends. You never know who was going to be there, but that was for like the South Side. Like it was the hub for everybody to go, and whether they were DJing, drinking, or just standing there and people just in awe of who was there, you know.
So I'm going to talk about when I first met you. Okay, so when I first met Victor, I didn't know him because, you know, different part of town, whatever, etc. But you were doing, and please correct me if I'm wrong, were you doing an online, like radio show? You had your like a mixed show.
Oh, yeah.
Was that just like on radio, or were you guys also filming DJs, or just strictly...
So all that started prior to streaming. Adam Rock invited me to, which in turn we invited a group of people. Like we were working on this together. Adam Rock, Tommy Two Tough had Lower Level Radio, one of the first internet radio stations that I'm aware of, if not the first in Chicago, Midwest. And then we did that for a couple years, and it was hardcore. We were like just every week after week, week after week. And then I saw somebody just random, like streaming. Oh, it was, oh my God, I just had his name, I know. He's the freestyle DJ, big guy. Oh my God, I can't think of his name.
Look at me.
He scratches really good.
Did you scratch?
Juan Too Big. So I was like skimming through, and it caught my ear. I heard the scratching. I was like, whoa, he's filming this. What is this? And then like the light bulb turned on, and that's where I was like, oh my God, I want to start a show. Okay. So we started doing the rewind with Rich Martinez.
That's the name.
Yeah. And we would have.
That was at Rich's house.
Yeah.
Right.
No, at my house.
That was your house?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you guys invited me a couple of times, but yeah.
The time that you went, it was at my house.
Okay.
And the second time at Rich's, we would switch back and forth.
That's right.
And that we did that for like, I don't know, 3-4 years. I mean, this is, I don't know, almost 20 years ago.
So you guys were streaming before it was a thing, right?
Yes.
I mean, right?
Yeah, not for nothing, but we were there early on.
Right.
And before Facebook started.
Right.
And then I started doing Facebook, and I was streaming like 3 times a day. I was just into it.
You had nothing to do?
Well, I had the kids. I had my kids. I was at home with the kids, so they were like there. I was DJing, but the whole purpose of me streaming was to get clients so that I can do weddings and private events. That's like the main thing that I do now, and but yeah, so yeah, we were doing that, and then when they kind of upped the thing with the copyright, this and that, I moved over to Twitch, and currently I'm on TikTok.
You're one of our nicknames that we give you is that you're everyone's favorite TikTok DJ.
Yes.
I like too about Victor that you're like a historian.
He is.
In 1989, this song was made.
But it's funny though because
it
is. But he tells the narrative. He tells the label. He tells the part that he likes or something about that particular 12-inch that should be adored. And I think I learn a lot from the labels because. I mean, if you're not a DJ, you're not reading labels.
Right.
Like, I just started reading labels maybe 10 years ago and learning more about the history. And then when we started doing Latinos in the House, in order to figure out more history, I started reading more labels. And you give that history about that. And that's what I love about what you're doing currently. Like, you'll make these little snippets. And then if somebody likes it, they're going to go find it on YouTube or, hey, I want to hear it,
Right.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose.
You get a little kickback from that from anyone? You should.
Yeah, you should.
I'm just telling you, your average,
there's a need for it. There's a want for it.
I will tell you, Pancow liked my post and they followed me.
Pancow.
Yeah.
Look out.
I sent a picture to Victor, and it was like one of those moments, like, oh my God.
Pancow. That's to me.
Yeah.
Pancow. It's like an alternative, like industrial, like kind of.
I know.
Band. Okay. I
know.
Just a kiss.
I know.
Yeah. This is Househead.
Yeah. So, but yeah. The purpose of it mostly because I discovered that. that there's new music to people that never heard it, and then there's the same song, somebody has not heard it in a long time, and I'm like, how could you not hear it? How can it be 10 years since you heard the song? Then I realized that people don't go out a lot. They don't like tune into radio or whatnot, and I'm just like, oh my God, you know, I don't care. I'm gonna play X song. I don't care how old it is. It's always gonna be something new or a memory for somebody, and that's what I'm about. Yeah. Like, you know, new music is always gonna be there, but the music that you're familiar with and that gives you comfort and you feel love, that's what I'm gonna give people. That's
Let's talk about Club Romo, because so far you opened twice.
Man, yeah.
Right? The first time, you know, something happened, right? Right? That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, and
did he fart? I don't know. What
he farted.
Yeah.
Everyone heard it. Yeah. Someone had the mic by his butt.
Yeah.
Everyone heard the fart. No, but the first time there were some technical difficulties, right?
Yeah.
But you know, Gino, loved that guy, has a big heart. He said, you know what? Let me give this guy another shot. You know, so he could, you know, redeem himself, right? For lack of better words. How was it the second time?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Like the overall experience, the first time was good except for my set, but it was fine. Like I survived. It wasn't the end of the world, right? But this second time around, I actually took the time to look when they opened up the doors, and the first song, and I picked this song on the way to I had something else in mind, and David Bowie was playing, and I'm like, I'm gonna start off with this, and then I'll figure out the rest, and then people came in dancing. And they just hyped me up. Like I changed the program. I changed it 3 times within those 20 minutes. Songs that I didn't have, I put in. I was just kind of going with it, but it felt like good, and I felt like I redeemed myself, and will forever remember that.
That you need to, but you know, for those that weren't there the first time, there were some technical difficulties, and now you were really upset. We're telling you, don't worry about it. Things are gonna happen. But the second time around, you know, I noticed a difference. Like you were ready this time.
Yeah, and it felt good. I mean, the support that like if you guys ever get booked for it, know that everything's gonna be like phenomenal. These guys, the meetings, the conversations, when you're about to go on, like they all pump you up. Like you're like I was getting ready to go to fight night, and I think I even started kind of jumping up and down and going like this. I was gonna grab the controller and throw it.
So Gino said we had to have you back. He killed it.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Gino. I appreciate that. It was so cool. Like, and you know, and every time like there's interactions with him, I remember a long time ago there was a battle, and I bring this up. He laughs about it, but he scratched with his foot, and it was like a cool thing. He won that battle, by the way, and it was like just the progression over the years.
I can't picture Gino scratching with.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like literally.
We
right
need verification, Gino.
Was that the Wozniaks?
You know, I think it was either God, what's that? The famous hall on 26th Street.
Malos or
no, the
Los
church.
Globos?
No, the
Saint
Blessed Agnes.
Agnes.
Blessed Agnes. Yeah, I think the battle was there because it was Tom Ramos, because we were supposed to, whoever won for whatever genre was going to get put on the flyers. So like one of the first flyers from a promoter, Tom Ramos was my first promoter that put me on. Another one, much love to him. It was like you know, I would get occasionally put on, and that opened up the doors for other parties for me, which was pretty cool.
So what's the story? Don't let Gino off the hook. What's the story that you say that it makes you laugh about the battle?
Oh, he
foot?
took his foot and on the record, and it was cool.
I can't picture that one.
Something about those toes.
I cannot picture that one at all.
Him, like, doing that, but we were in a battle together, me and Gino.
Mike, can you throw it on TikTok real quick?
A team battle at Wozniaks, and that's the only time I saw Gino like you know battle. And I think he did the.
Oh, behind the
violin thing. Or something with the record.
Read his comment. It says, yes, I won the battle by a toe.
By a toe.
It was on Blue Island in Western, Chicago versus Indiana.
Yes. Yeah, that was us. That was it. That was what I'm talking about. That was at Wozniaks.
Okay.
Yeah, with Tom Ramos. Yeah, and on that day I had I had makeup on that day. I was all like punked out that day.
Dennis is on.
Yeah.
I can't say his last name. Stanislawski.
Devastating Dennis.
Oh, there you go. We were just talking about you. How awesome.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. But yeah, going back to it, it was such an experience, and I'm glad I got to do it. I would love to do it again. Just throw it out there.
What,
it
battle?
was cool. No,
The opening DJ.
The opening, yeah, it was cool, man.
I thought you did a fantastic job.
Yeah,
I got
thank
like
you.
some footage on it, but I thought you felt so comfortable. Like, yeah,
He was
everybody
ready.
was coming in. They
No,
were
he
starting
could
to
tell-
run.
he
They
came
went
in like,
to there. Yeah.
like it was a got fight. He came in ready with his robe. He took it off before
Yeah.
he played, and stuff. Actually, me and Victor were communicating prior to the set. Gino said we were like, hey, because we were.
Oh my God, the music!
Like, we're
yeah.
way back here. And he's like, well, I was gonna play that. Like, well,
Yeah.
no,
We had
yeah,
like
some-
kind of like the
right?
same vibe going.
Yeah.
So that hence the changes that I made too, because I was like I was gonna play it, but then his set was like maybe 3 after me, and it was too close by that point to even attempt to play like the songs I wanted to play, and because they that's the other thing that they take care of. It's not about like I'm gonna play this song or whatever.
No.
It's like they want to give people
Yeah.
a good variety of music. And it's handled right, like
Yeah,
it's,
and
it's
that's
so
what we
good.
do behind the scenes. Some of us do that behind the scenes. That we try to, as professionals, like let's give the people a show, and try. And it's almost impossible to avoid playing a song. It's going to happen, right? But
Right.
we try very hard not to duplicate the same music.
Right.
Yeah.
So everyone can enjoy different kinds of music.
And I'm sure it's
You
hard
know.
because I mean, when you're trying to please a crowd, I mean, if they didn't come early enough, then you're like, hey, I didn't hear this song
Yeah.
tonight or whatever. So I mean, it's pretty evident that somebody's going to play it
Right.
again,
Mm-hmm.
and it's only fair because a lot of the latter people, if you didn't get there early, you're gonna be like, okay, I missed it. I know for me, it's like I just heard that song like about 3 DJs ago.
Yeah.
But that's just me musically inclined to hear like certain things. But I think it's fair to say that that's
Yeah.
Fine.
And like I told him, I was saying, well, it's okay. That was 2 hours ago. It will be fine, And then a lot of us play different remixes or whatever.
Yeah.
But Victor, you came in.
he came in hard.
You did a good job, dude. They were coming in dancing already.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Yep.
bro.
Thank
yes,
you.
yes,
Also
yes.
appreciate
So
that.
you
Thank
did
you.
an awesome job. Give him a hand, everybody. Show him some love. Put some hearts down. Clap your hands
So-
so he can see it.
Victor, you had a post earlier. You were talking about, about if you should just be a DJ or promote your parties, or what was that about? What's going on there?
I was just curious because, like, I think to myself, we used to throw parties back in the day. So basically, when we weren't, there was a portion where we weren't getting put on for events. We were like, let's just throw our own parties, and that's the advice I would give anybody. If you're not getting put on for something, throw your own parties. You have your friends, and then it'll build up from there. But going back to that, we were throwing parties, and then we were getting separate bookings. Like it was Notorious Nino, Rodrigo, Carlos. We had 2 Carloses: Carlos Feliciano, Carlos Trujillo. So they call them the CNC Music Factory. But that was just like a
Before
joke.
CNC.
Yeah, exactly. And then. Eventually, like the group, it evolved. We had Miguel Martin, we had Danny the Wild Child, part of the group. Rudy Romo, no relation to Gino, but they should collab.
That would be cool.
God, there was a big thing, but anyhow, so I posted that because I was like thinking, man, I want to throw a party, and then will people come? Because it's hard. It's hard to throw a party.
Especially at this age.
Yeah.
It's,
We're old.
It's very hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
It has to be well planned.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's so I started thinking to myself, man, I'd rather be a part of the party than stress out about throwing the party. And I wanted to get other people's takes. Some people were being funny and whatever, but it was like a 50-50. I want to say I got to look at the rest of the comments, but it was a 50-50. Some people were okay with just DJing. Some people want to be in control of the party. And there was a few that would like to do both. They'll put themselves on, and I mean that's business. So. Yeah.
So Dennis was saying, when are they going to come to get interviewed? You're more than welcome to set the stage right here. And you can come with Adam. I have no problem with that. Give me a call. Reach out to Pablo. We're here. We're good with that. Come on over.
PUNKOUT.
And Victor Lua, yes, sir. We're going to give you some props right now.
We're giving you some mad love earlier.
Yes, we were giving you some mad props because let's just say the question was, who were some DJs that should, that should be seen and are kind of like under that radar. And your name was mentioned along with Devastating Dennis. Am I correct? So those were the two names that were brought. So Dennis, that's what we were talking about when I said we were just talking about you. But we're here with Victor Salazar. In case you don't know who this man is, Mr. Vinyl Sessions Chicago himself, and he's known as just Victor Salazar, the DJ.
Vinyl Sessions, how that happened? Because that's you. I see. When we came in today, like your car has all these stickers.
My
Vinyl
stickers,
Sessions.
yeah.
You're like, oh, that must be Victor's car.
So that whole thing started around the Facebook streaming time, and I think I was just getting into myself. I didn't want to come off like, oh, I'm Victor Salazar, whatever. So then I decided to make something to talk about records. It's always been about the music, right? Mm-hmm. So I wanted to put the music and vinyl in the forefront of things. And then I was like, I'm going to let go of the whole Victor Salazar thing. And then... I don't know, like, and not that I was ever anything like that.
What do you mean by that? What do you let go of your? You can't like.
You can't let go of
Victor
yourself. Salazar.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? What does that mean?
I don't know. I think I just
wanted. Scratching my head.
I wanted to focus more on the music than I think I felt like people were, and this is early on, right? So when people would stream, a lot of DJs, maybe it was hate at the time, and I didn't look at it like that. But there was a lot of criticism. Oh, you're making it all about you. No, I'm trying to build my business. So then I think I just got into myself, and then it started, and now it's probably a little more popular, than I expected, which is cool.
Yeah, I think it's great.
The TikTok thing, I never brought it up. I never shared it. Other people have shared my TikToks or the channel, but I have not. In the 3 years, I've never posted. This is the first time I'm talking about it. If you guys want to come and hear me live, I mix on TikTok.
What time and when?
Twice a day at noon, and then after 8 o'clock.
Every day?
Pretty much.
Yes, if I'm not working.
What?
Yeah.
Every
well,
day?
Pretty much.
Wow.
I mean, I could be transparent. There's
Nice.
some good things that happen. When
How long
you
do you
stream.
play for?
I've been going up to 3 hours.
Damn. So like from 12 to 3?
Not like
6 to
Adam.
9?
Adam will go like, I don't know, 10 hours. I'm kidding. But no, yeah, it all depends. If everything's going good and there's a good vibe, and I just keep going.
So you get requests, you're interacting with the people.
Yeah.
He has a disclaimer though.
Oh, yeah,
you
what's
must say hello before you request a record.
Right.
Yeah, they can't be rude.
Don't be rude.
There's some people that are rude, but
Play this song or else.
Yeah, that's what it feels like sometimes, man. They'll come in and there's like say the vibe is new wave, and they come in and they want house music, and I just think like, why don't you?
Where
listen
were you
to
earlier?
Yeah. I try to mix it up, when I can.
Do you play any new music or just old school?
I try to fit in some new music, but then with the request and me just not being able to really say no, I go with the flow, and then but if I get frustrated, like truth be told, I'll end the stream. I'll be like, all right guys, that's enough for me, and then I'll storm off.
You throw them like this.
Yeah.
I will put a new disclaimer. Don't request, enjoy the music.
Yeah.
That's got to be a new disclaimer. Because that goes into the conversation again of how do you introduce new music when you keep requesting the same old stuff. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're trying to introduce an artist or you run across a record you like and you want to introduce it, you're not given that opportunity.
Well, early on, I remember we would go dig for music because you wanted to stand out. You would definitely play like the hits, but you wanted that one record that you want. It was like an ego thing. You want the DJs to look at you like, you don't have this record, I do. But there's a science to it that I learned from Joel at Eddie Rockets. I told QMM this story. I was the first person in the history of the bar to clear the dance floor.
What'd you play?
I went in there playing underground.
Hassan? You play Hassan?
What'd you play?
Underground, like house. Like
This
is during the rave.
What the hell'd you do?
This is during the rave scene and all that. So we went in there and I'm thinking, the music's good. We, thousands of the ravers like it. How come these people ain't gonna? But I didn't know anything about the club scene. Mm-hmm. Clubs have designated sounds or music that's part of the club. Stuff, exactly. Right. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I think my generation went and disrupted that whole thing collectively because we brought in the quick mixing. We brought in the different music, the variety. Mm-hmm. there's probably a handful of clubs now that are XX type of clubs. My generation was like, we like a variety of music.
Right.
So anyways, so Joel told me to go to Excalibur and check out the DJ there. I still don't know who that was.
Laura B was there upstairs.
Main room.
Main room was Laura B.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, she was playing a good variety. She had 70s, 80s, 90s. It was on a Sunday.
So that would have been either Scott
I
or
think it was a
maybe
guy.
Jeff Moyer, because sometimes he would take Sundays
Jeff Moyer,
on.
no way, really?
Oh yeah, Jeff Moyer
I've
was
been a fan of his
he's
for a long time.
He was very was part of the furniture. Not only did he run the dome room, but there was days that he would take over that main room when you walked in the door
Yeah.
for all the touristy people.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he would open for Laura because she was running late.
Wow.
And she would be upstairs.
Well,
he would be
if it was
upstairs.
either one of them, I remember I had the time of my life. It was a good variety. And then when I went back to Eddie Rockets, he was like, "Look, you got to give them what they want, and then throw in something that you want to share with them. Give it till the end of the summer and watch. These songs are going to become part of the ecosystem."
The fall hits.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it was like the best advice. So, like the idea of forcing something new on somebody, nobody likes to be told what to do or listen to. And a lot of DJs, and I'm sorry, but like you guys are forcing like a certain sound on people that they're not ready for. But if you do it patiently, give it a couple months, and then you can have your Afro House night or, you know, whatever it is that's hot right now, right? But the idea of forcing it down, people can tell, and that's why they don't react to you. But if you do it little by little, and before you know it, you can have those nights, and people are going to be craving that X song that you want to share. Just the idea of like the mentality of like, no, you have to listen to new music. You can't live on Yolanda and whatever forever. Like it has to be grown little by little.
Well, for our age group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
I think musically for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, the younger kids don't have a problem with new music. They're listening to it. It's us.
Yeah, well, that's
It's
yeah.
our
It's
age.
just
I
like
think
when it was
depends,
new to
though.
us.
I think it depends because, I mean, depending on... So, again, we were talking earlier about the North Side and how I gravitated to the North Side was because I got tired of hearing the same things in the same clubs. So I would go to the North Side, and that's where my taste was different. But you're right, because I remember David Sabat was trying to introduce me to Underground House. And at
He's
the
a
time,
solid DJ too.
He is, and he was like, "Steph, you only want to hear this old school stuff." And then he would give me CDs, and it did. It took me like a whole year to grow on it because I was hearing them on the North Side eventually, at Quattro and all these other clubs. That it started to grow on me. So you are right there. You can't. For me, for somebody who's not used to it, it's not shoving it down my throat because they've already been playing it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just learning how to adapt to certain different type of music because I've been so used to listening to that particular type of music.
And you know, I don't know if it was like a thing because we're DJs, but I remember we would, Carlos, Adolfo, and several other people, we'd get together and go to the raves. And like we would take chances on different places. So if we wanted to listen, and we've had this conversation, we wanted to listen to house music that was a little different, of course we would go to the North Side because that's what they were playing, you know, at those times. But we would try different music. And it wasn't just all like one thing. We would listen to techno. The underground has like, you know, I could see what the commercial versus underground. And there's a love for underground because of the atmosphere, the locations. And then you have the club stuff, atmosphere, location, you know what I mean? Like there's two different worlds. But when you get a chance to take a little taste, it's like, man, you want it all, you know?
Were you a raver?
Yeah, I loved it.
What were you sucking through your... They came up from... What were you inhaling?
Oh my God! Even I was caught off guard. I grabbed my pearls.
Welcome to the Latinos in the House.
We'd walk around with balloons. We'd walk around or fall.
Sorry.
What were you inhaling? Is
Yeah.
what he meant to say. Not sucking.
You inhaling.
Poor Victor. He says I'm not coming back.
That's the last time. share a song with him. I know I asked him
man.
for music. That's the last time I gave him a song.
No, I know what you meant. No, but yeah, it was like that whole club kid thing, the
Yeah.
glow sticks, and I used to dye my hair.
What? What color? Did you do
Yeah.
a Louis Segura and dye it blonde?
I had it blonde, I had it red, purple. I had all different
Purple?
colors. Yeah.
No
can't pick
way.
that up.
And one time I was in between dyes, so I had bleached it, but I didn't finish doing the rest of it. So I had purple and gold for like 3 weeks. I was working at Diana's Shoes on 63rd. The guys over there were calling me a Lakers fan.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. You got away with it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about music, okay? Because you do this for a living, right? You're a wedding DJ. You're a professional DJ. You do all these kind of events, right? What are they asking you for? What is your clientele? Does it range?
It ranges on the depending on probably the ethnicity. So
Okay,
Latinos
let's do
will Latinos would want reggaeton, house, the classics. Like now classics, it's not 80s anymore. It's the 90s, right? But anything like that, everybody else will ask like top 40. I call it cheer music because like
Cheer?
a lot of the music are at the cheer competitions. So you're looking at like Nicki Minaj and Katy
yeah.
Perry and all that stuff. So I'll play that stuff or like the on the Latin side they want cumbias, norteñas. So there's a big variety and I love when it's two ethnicities getting married because I get to play a whole bit of everything. By the end of the night, everybody's dancing to everything that I'm playing. But 10 minutes of Latin, some house, some disco, some of the also I call it VFW music, all like the YMCA, the celebrations. Honestly, like a lot of the parties that I used to do, with Peter, we would do those places, man. Yeah, like that's the music that they wanted. It was weird, and it was at those halls. It was like certain places attract a certain kind of clientele.
Uh-huh.
So
What are you
So
gonna play
talking
at
about-
our wedding?
Yeah.
What are you gonna play at our wedding? It's two different nationalities. Like he's Hawaiian and Norwegian.
You're Hawaiian?
really,
Oh,
no
okay.
way,
I was Mexican, but I'm Ecuadorian.
really.
It's Ecuadorian. I say with an A. He taught me today it was with an E. I'm like, hey, what are you? Are you Mexican or what? I was asking him earlier.
You do wear our T-shirt, right?
He was like, dude, it's Ecuadorian with an E, not Ecuadorian.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Wow.
God! So I'm looking at the at the comments here from Pablo's last comment. Pablo, you're on the wrong podcast.
I gotta spice this up. It's the Puerto Rican in me. I can't help it. Huepa!
Okay, so DJ Pierto has a business question for Victor. What is a percentage is private gigs than the club gigs? I guess what is your percentage that you played in private gigs versus the club gigs?
I would probably be around like 90% private, and then the rest are the club stuff. I grateful. We have a monthly at a local cantina, Victor Lua and I, and we've been rotating DJs. But currently, we've been working very well with Julius Oliver, so we have that every month. And then when Julius has something at Irish Rebel, and then occasionally, like people will call, like I'm going to play with Mike next week at the
Yep, we're gonna
fairgrounds.
be talking about that.
But yeah, the majority of the work is
Are they still
the
asking?
wedding and private
Are they
events.
still asking for Bad Bunny when you play at local?
Yeah,
casino?
you know what? I had a
I tried that and they're like, I couldn't do my thing because they're like asking for Bad Bunny. I go, that's not me. Dude.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
yeah. See, that's the thing that like I've been asking around, and I'll ask you guys. I feel that people don't look at flyers anymore, or kids, right? They go to random bars, and one night it's gonna be really good, and you'll never see them again. They're just going to random bars, and they don't know that this night is the next night.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, you know, a little more like on the older side now, so I just tell them, no, I'm not playing that. I just tell them flat out, I ain't playing it. But then 3 songs later, there I go with, you know, playing, you know, whatever, you know, they want, but that's the wedding DJ in me. You know,
Right.
I just like, I want people to be happy, but at the same time, like Victor Lua will you know, we
I
have
can't
to
see
stick to
Victor
the theme.
playing Bad Bunny. I'm sure
I can't see that one either.
I hope he's not doing that.
It says, okay, so we're on
No.
TikTok viewers right now. So we've got DJ Mixing It Up Ramirez. I know
Hey, Chanel.
she's on there all the time that we see. We also got Allie Ratchet 2 that's on here. Alfredo Camino.
Hey.
Camina? Is that what I'm reading? I'm sorry if I botched up your name. He's on here. Jay Biggs is on here also. Welcome in. Papa Q's still in the house. Thank you all on TikTok for tuning in. We are here with Victor Salazar, trying to keep it like really, really family orientated.
Trying. But you got me here, right?
But we got Pablo here, sitting here talking
Victor,
smack.
how long have you been a professional, like, wedding type DJ?
Yeah, because I'm interested in that conversation. What I know when you're coming from a club DJ, I know like Numo Dan does a lot of the private gigs. What got you into that private gig? Like, what was that fascination looking like?
So I was helping out Peter. He was doing a lot of mobile parties. Oh my God, I've been doing mobile parties like this even before that. We our first event was with Gabriel Rodriguez, Gabriel Rican. We helped him out with Quince, and he was getting a lot of events, and so we would go and help out, but it was the whole thing because we wanted to mix. Everything revolved around that. Then when I met Peter later on in life, he was doing a lot. He was getting booked for a lot of parties, and then
Which Peter are we talking about?
Peter C from the PB&J.
Okay.
That guy's an innovator, man. He was doing the dual CD stuff before they had the CD decks. He had the two players, and he would play the songs, like early on in the CD. So I gotta give him credit for that. But anyhow, so moving forward, when my oldest daughter was born, I stayed home with the kids, and my wife decided she wanted to stay at the hotel. I was having a heck of a time when I was working at the hotel. I didn't want anything to do with it, so it was time for me to leave. And I was a stay-at-home dad, and then I don't know. 6-7 months later, my ego started like I needed to do something. So people were asking me like, hey, do you do private events? I go, I don't have the gear. So I would start borrowing equipment, and then I was like, well, why don't I just do this? And I pulled the trigger, and then I just started doing that since 2011. So I've been full time probably like since 15.
2015.
Yeah, this is like
years.
this is all I do. Yeah,
It's a long time.
That's a long time.
yeah.
And it's great to do something you have obviously you have a great passion for it.
Oh yeah, I do.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, no, it is.
Well,
It
let's
is.
be real now. How long you think that's gonna go on? Because we're older now. How long you plan to be a professional DJ, carrying all that equipment around, here and there?
I gave myself at the time I gave myself 10 more. I have 9 more years that I plan on doing it.
Okay.
But
You'd be like, what,
You hear that,
70?
everybody? 9 more years.
yeah, so
Help
book
him get to
ahead.
retirement.
Yeah. But that could change. I really love doing this. But if equipment wise, 9 more years, and then DJ wise till like hopefully it doesn't happen, But if it happens on camera until I croak, that's just gonna happen.
We're not
I
calling
love
that
this
into
too much.
existence.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
I
gonna
hope
take that
it's,
out of the universe.
my goal is to go to 107 little. Thing. I want to be 107, and I hopefully still have my hearing, but yeah, I love this with a passion. I wanted to do this since the first time I saw somebody. I kept telling people when I was growing up, I want to do this as a job, and I'm doing it. I'm living a dream.
Living a dream. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Not too many people that get to do that. So, if someone wanted to book you for a private event, where can they find you at?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, not Twitter, I'm sorry. TikTok, everywhere.
Twitter.
You guys
Is
can
that
find
Twitter?
Vinyl Session
Twitch?
Chicago or Mixwell Events on both.
Mixwell Events. Is
Yeah.
there a website or?
I do have a website for that. I just killed my my Vinyl Sessions page. I took that one down.
Oh, why?
Because I'm gonna work on another one.
Okay.
I'm gonna shorten the the website. It's just too long. But yeah. If anybody's interested, I do private events. I do a lot of hotel parties for Hilton. I could probably say that I'm the resident DJ for Hilton hotels. I do all their holiday parties. So
Nice.
which is
Nice.
like it's awesome.
So, see,
Yeah.
you can't get out of the hotel business.
Yeah. I'm still in there by extension. I see all my friends, and that's like probably one of the best things, that could happen every year. Sadly, some people are not here no more, but I still get to relive. That was like I was there for 13 years, so there was like a tightness, just like I have with my DJ friends, I have with the hotel friends. And,
Wait.
and
You and your wife met at a hotel?
yeah.
How'd that happen?
It was on a boat party that I got hired to do, and I saw her, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Hey,
I'm Richard Salazar. Richard Salazar. You did one of those things? Or?
No, actually, she was anti-DJ. She was anti-DJ. She didn't
Really?
want nothing. Yeah, and I'm lucky that she took a liking to me. I just was a little persistent. I was ready to quit working because we were working at the same hotel, and I had asked her out, and she works for HR. Out of all people to fall for, right?
Wonder.
So
Can you imagine the HR,
Yeah.
freaking citations on that one?
yeah. So at first we were feeling a little bad about it, but then we found out that the general manager met his wife at the hotel as a general manager, and so on and so forth. But then she transferred to a different hotel, and then we kept it going. And when I asked her out, I asked her if she wanted to hang out with a group of us who were going to go to a comedy club, and it was just me, So
Mentiroso.
yeah.
Tricked her.
They all left. They didn't want to come.
Well, I did that because I was nervous because you're not supposed to be asking.
She didn't
you know
say,
what I
hey,
mean?
where's your friends at?
Yeah,
Did they say that to you?
They backed out.
No, she knew. She knew as soon as when we walked out to go. She knew what was going on, and it was a good time. And so ever since then, we're together.
How long have you been married?
A long time.
Well, what's a long time? Give me some years.
No, 14 years.
That's,
Okay,
that's a good,
that's good,
yeah.
that's
All
good.
right.
Yeah.
Everlasting.
Vicky.
Yeah.
So, Ethan wants to know, do you do retirement parties?
Yes.
Oh. Actually, that's probably going to be happening a lot with our
Yeah.
generation, right?
Yeah,
Come on.
I feel that
You'll be in business for a while.
The retirement parties are gonna hit a little different. It's the music. It's just I honestly I can't wait to see it because I've been saying this for years. Even the people that end up in homes or whatever, house music. You know what I mean? Italo.
House music
like
night on
it's not
fourth-
gonna be Frank
on the
Sinatra.
fourth floor.
Yeah,
House
exactly.
music
I don't know about that. Our
I-
wedding will have some Frank Sinatra in it.
No, but
no,
I'm
we're
just
talking-
saying in terms of like the
Like a retirement
the
home?
next generation, the retirement home. Like the music's gonna be different. Like the days of Frank Sinatra as like being the majority sound, jazz, and not every, I'm just saying in terms of
Yeah.
our two generations together, it's gonna be a
Well,
party.
Great
and a
music
half.
never dies, no
Yeah.
matter
Yeah,
what.
I
it is.
agree. I agree. And if I mean, even with our age, we still like that variety because
Yeah.
that's what we were brought up on. So I can see when our retirement hits, we're still going to want to hear what we heard on WLS and whatever we heard on all these different radio stations.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool. Peter says that he gave you the truck so you can go on your first date.
That's right.
What?
That's right. He wanted me to impress her, and he had this sweet truck. It's the Jimmy, right, Pete?
What, had a little disco
Jimmy?
bulb in there? What,
Dude, no, man, this thing was like crazy.
and a carpet in the bag? What's going on? What's this truck? What kind of truck is this?
Dingleberries all around the thing.
It was the diamond edition with the
Diamond
stitching.
edition?
The stitching was diamond shaped.
Ooh.
It was a nice truck, man. But yeah, so
Did you say it was yours or?
it was just I never said it was mine, but I had the keys. I'm like, hey, because a wedding mishap happened, and when this is early on when the MP3s were new, I got the email, but I didn't download the file. And I didn't know you had to download the file. I thought, you got it on the email, it's gonna play, and it wasn't playing. So we had to go to her sister's, to the parents' house to go grab the actual CD. And he's like, take the truck. It's gonna work out. Don't worry about it. We got this.
Aww.
So then she was probably fuming, and but we got the CD and we got through the wedding and all that stuff. So it was a lesson learned.
Carlos says we're gonna have live DJs at our retirement homes. I agree.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are. They're all gonna be retiring in one home. They're gonna need a huge building for that one. So let me ask you something. So now as a DJ and a TikTok DJ, and that you look at, I know you've got to look at other TikTok DJs and what they do, what their style is. Are there certain DJs that you really, really like right now on TikTok? Because I've been finding like a lot of different DJs. I found one yesterday that I've never come across. And I realized that in watching them, well, if he would get back on TikTok, he'd be one of my favorite DJs again. He's always going to be my favorite DJ. But do you come across DJs that you're like, damn, this is so cool?
Yeah, there's several DJs. Mike for sure, and I'm not just saying that because he's here, but he does his sets at the clubs, but he manages to rock the party, but then still interact with the people online. I don't, like just to be able to do that, I could only do one thing. So props to you for doing that, and it's always good music, when Thursday nights hit, that's when you usually do your set. So it's always a good thing to look forward to. Felix V does his stuff on Tuesdays during the day. He's another unsung DJ. He's like so solid.
He's a good DJ.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Adam's doing his streams. Adam Rock. He goes like several hours, but he does video. So a lot of like today he was like busting out all these songs. I'm like, where did you find this? And some of them he makes the edits, which is pretty cool. There's other artists or DJs that I see, I come across, but like right now I'm having brain fog, so I don't want to like leave anybody out. But there's several. I'll post a video on TikTok and on Facebook giving you guys a list of people, so that'll leave people out. There's definitely like some people that are very talented. The music that they play, the love for it that they do. There's this one girl, she plays overnight, but she does like more like techno and house tech music. Mm-hmm. Man, she has like 300-400 people listening to her at minimum.
Wow.
But it's just the vibe, and she produces music too, and she's just really smooth, and she does her thing. She interacts, but the one thing that I noticed, and I don't know if it's just me that I attract this, not one person asks her for a request. Like she has her stuff down packed so good, and the vibe that she does that they just let her do her thing.
They're just watching her. They're listening to her. That's it.
Yeah, and that's what I would want. But then again, I can't help myself.
It sounds like you don't want people bothering you.
I have like a thing where I want to give you something, and I'm giving my all to you, and then when you ask for something that I'm,
it's gonna throw you off.
No, it makes me feel bad inside.
Why?
I'm giving you my everything.
Pretend it's a club.
And then you come in and then you're like,
I want to hear Bad Bunny.
Exactly. Exactly. Like that. It's like I don't care that you're on top of everything right now, but I want to listen to this right now.
Pretend you're at a club.
Yeah.
No requests allowed.
Well, one thing with clubs, and I'm planning on doing the video. So whatever revenue I get from it, I am gonna give to a bar, and I'm gonna try to do this with all the bars in Chicago if I could. We need to bring back solid DJ booths. Enough with the tables in the front.
I hate that.
Yeah. You know who ruined that? The rave scene. Because there was DJ booths everywhere, and all of a sudden everybody needed to be front and center.
Give me a 6-foot table and I can do anything.
I like about Gino's parties that you don't have that nonsense where there's like 100 people by the
exactly.
DJ.
Yeah.
That doing that, right?
So I would never get invited to do Boiler Room, and if I did, I would say no because like. That's another pet peeve. Like people around you. Like I just.
Yeah, I don't know how they can do that.
You see it in these videos. They're touching those.
Yeah. I couldn't do that.
Like, hey, what the?
Yeah, I'll panic because I'm too much, busy concentrating. Yeah, that too. Yeah, I would never do that. It looks cool if somebody else does it, but I wouldn't do that. So, but anyways, I'm pleading with every club owner. Put a DJ booth in your thing.
The first one should be, since they're a monthly local cantina.
Yeah.
They need a booth. Because right now, whether
technically we were in the back.
Yeah, they were in the back.
Front. Yeah, I think it's just the lack of room, but I would love that they had that.
Yeah. Well, I think, and I know when like a lot of these bars they want a DJ, but they don't put a DJ in mind. Like if they're
as long as they hear music, they're fine with it.
I'll give it to the Irish Rebel. Because, again, I think that's a table, if I'm not mistaken. Because before, it was just a regular bar. Then when Darlene changed it over, she wanted it to be house music, but she put a table in the corner right where, the front.
By the patio.
Yeah, by the patio doors. And I think a lot of folks, when they want to have a DJ, they're not thinking that concept in mind. Local Cantina did have it in the back, and then they moved it to those little stair areas.
Yeah.
And then from there, they moved it to that front where it's
I don't-
really,
yeah.
really crowded. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
really
don't like
small.
that because it's right. I don't like that. That's,
Right by the entrance.
Maybe
Yeah.
if Sandro or
Andy.
Andy's listening, pick our
Andrew,
advice.
listen.
Yeah. I mean, not just your. I mean, Local Cantina is one of our favorite bars because that's
They
where
are. I love
that's
it.
where I met my girl at.
Oh, nice.
Aw,
That's
Tito.
what, so Local Cantina has a
I
spot in
can't
our
find
heart.
the right one for this one. I can't. No, it's not that one.
Because the
That's
Local
the
Cantina, that's where we met.
There you go.
The stars were flying, hearts, everything was great, and so that place has a special place in my heart, because
I love. Well, I love Andy. Andy's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Andy's
Oh,
great.
yeah. He's
he's awesome.
He's
and
made
just
for
got
that.
The great,
yeah.
Andy's 100% made
He's
for
great.
the
Yeah, he's
hospitality.
great. Yeah.
So good.
So, Victor, you were part of the Latinos in the House conference. What did you like about it? What would you have done differently, and what would you like to see in the future? It's a 3-part question.
Man, okay. It was a magical day. It was one of the happiest days that I had because you guys took me to the era. I felt like I was right there. Mike was killing it with the music. Like he hit it on. I felt like like the progression throughout the day, every set that he was doing, felt like I was at Sacred Heart all over again, hearing the stories from the DJs. Discovering the truth behind some of the DJs. One example that I can give you, I didn't know. For example, Joe Cool. I thought he not just came up, but I thought he was kind of newer to the DJ scene. I did not know that, and I'm like, man, how come these guys they walk around? They're like hanging out with Kenny and Mickey. Come to know that they were friends with these guys before the radio station thing, and I was just like, "Holy cow!" It was awesome, right? The other part of the magic was you guys had the dancers doing the dance performance. I felt like I was back in that era. You guys were touching on everything. It was music, dance. The vibe, the stories from the panel. The panels were amazing. Everybody was asking the right questions, and the right answers came out. The viewpoints from everybody that was there throughout that whole day. I wanted it to last longer because there was more stories. Like I wanted, like I was waiting for only because I got to see Radar when Amor Puertorriqueño came out. They performed it at Sacred Heart. Radar did the dance and lip sync to it, but I didn't know that was Radar. I thought that was like Ralphie Rosario or the artist behind the song. I didn't know that, but I thought it was the coolest thing, and he looked so tall up on the stage. And this when he had the hair. This is Radar with hair days. And when I saw him, I told him that. He's like he was like, wow, like I geek out a lot, but I was able to confirm that was him. The order of everything that you guys had was an experience. Everything was good. Like you have like this vision, and I didn't realize how intricate I can't pronounce that right now, but how deep it was, and you were executing. And behind the scenes, there was like, I saw you, kind of like, stressing a little bit, but just like that, everything was fixed. And you guys did a wonderful job. The banners, the flyers, Mario Luna, great historian in Chicago with the flyers. I mean, you guys had all the elements. And I know that you can't, you guys want to progress and do everything, different year after year because you need to grow, right? But I would say keep some of those elements as part of it. Even if it's like a small performance or something like that, it was like, you could see the joy in these dancers with Gringo, with the crew. Like they were like this, like we haven't done something like this since this era. Like it was just like we all went and we time warped, and it was like one of the best days of ever. Like seriously, awesome. Great job.
What would you do
Thank you.
different?
Different.
maybe like the grouping of people be not selective, but like limit so that there's more time for discussion. Because when you have too much, you're getting touched. And I know you're doing the podcast to get more out from everybody, which is great. But the day of, smaller, longer conversations would probably be a thing that I can think of. But that's it. Outside of that, you guys have your vision and the thought process behind the history that you're trying to document is like people are not thinking of it the way you guys are. And I give you guys props for that. So where's the button for the clap?
Here, right there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You had a small part in that conference.
The first one.
In the first one. How did you feel?
It was good.
You were literally eyeballing
Yes.
it, right? Because you were filming it for us.
Yes, I gotta give you guys. I know I have to give you guys the footage. Just
Okay, it's only been 2 years.
Big
It's all right. We can wait a little longer.
So we've been waiting 2 years. This better come out just right.
I think I just been going because when I was zooming in, the light was good, but then when I would go out, it would. I've been trying to make everything on the even, and without overthinking. I think it's just get the content and give it to you guys.
What I'm trying to say is, you're doing this editing or whatever for a while and stuff. You're able to hear all these stories again? And are you putting it together differently, or what are you?
Well, I'm discovering a lot of things that I thought were rumors to be true. Certain stories, like I mentioned, and I hope it didn't come off like I was like talking bad about Joe and the other guys. I just didn't know who they were in that sense. These guys are Prieto, actually. Shout out to Prieto. We were talking. He interviewed me a couple years back, and I didn't know that I was the third generation DJ. That was the guys that started in the 70s. That's what these guys are, right? And their style of DJing was different from the second group of guys that I got to see. I didn't get to see the first guys. Now I hear them because they're playing out. They're still playing, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. But it kind of makes me feel sad because they laid the foundation down, and then the second group came in, and then the scene kind of exploded with them, and then with our group, we had a combination of both worlds. Mm-hmm. And I could see some of those guys being a little salty, but it was just a thing that happened. Mm-hmm. And I wish that that they would have been able to be heard, but their style was different too. Some of these guys were letting the whole song play.
Well, they were letting it breathe. I mean,
it was different. There was no rush.
That was okay back then.
It was the
thing. We were doing speed mixing since 83, 84.
Yes.
Psycho Records. That's been around.
Yeah,
that's been around. Maybe it's newer for, and each generation is going to think it's new to. Because it's new to them, but it's been around forever.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And then
I don't know how many records I scratched doing these pancakes.
Oh, for sure.
It was guys like me, Badea, and others doing that stuff, back in the 80s. But so each generation has their style.
Yeah, and it goes back in circle because then the 90s guys, the rave guys, and the underground guys brought back the letting it breathe style. But I kind of, for me, I like kind of combining both. Yeah. Let some songs breathe and then give them a mixtape experience and then go back and.
It's funny you say that because there was a DJ on yesterday that I said I had just found, and the first thing I said to him was, "Thank you for letting the song breathe." Yeah. I says and allowing us to enjoy the journey, and it was a lot of R&B, but it's like nice to like sing along, which a lot of songs you can't sing along with anymore.
Yeah.
But I do believe, I'm one of those believers that a song has to breathe. You have to allow it to breathe. Stop doing it like 30 seconds and then we're slamming in a new song. I can't stand that. That's just me though.
Here on what I've noticed on this side of town is because, they're like, even since the 80s, there'll be like 10, 20 DJs at a flyer. It's because we wanted all of our friends involved. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like a family thing, right?
Very inclusive.
I get it. Yeah. I get it.
But then you're limited, right? Right? You got to play only like 20 minutes or 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're trying to cram all this great music into that little amount of time. Versus up north, a little different. They might have like maybe 2 or 3. That's it for a night, So they have the opportunity to let the songs
let them breathe.
Yeah, some songs deserve.
And some songs deserve it, others don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, like when I was interviewing Adam for my little thing that I was doing, we were talking about all the flyers, the DJs, and I wanted to know, like, what were you guys talking about? What was blah, blah, blah. But one of the things that stuck out was that there was 32 something DJs, 20 something DJs on flyers, but not all of them mixed. Mm-hmm. And some of the reasons
some of them just made it on the flyer.
Yeah, some
They
DJs.
just put me on, bro. I don't have to
I don't have to show
Exactly.
up.
Some DJs were famous for being on the flyer.
Uh-huh.
And some DJs were too scared to mix, believe it or not. I just couldn't fathom that because I remember being so hungry to play. Like, I wanted to be out there and to do the mixing, you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, not everybody played, but it was like the marketing and blah, blah, blah.
So I'm going to go on here real quick because there's a lot of people who just jumped on. Chris Lara says it's great, to our conference, it's a great event to listen and learn about everyone's experience. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you,
Rosa
Chris.
Rosa says, hi, Victor. Great guy.
Hi, everybody.
Rick Guerrero, what's going on, man?
Oh, my guy.
Rick, wait up.
Love it. You
Hold on.
finally made it
Rick,
out. What?
when is your ass going to be here?
Yes, Rick.
Rick,
when
Rick,
are you?
Rick, Rick,
I'm
Rick,
not going to
Rick.
use the ASS word like Pablo just did. It's a family show.
I want that. I want that. I want
You know
here,
what?
bro.
He wants that.
Get Rick here when I'm laid up on that couch in a couple of weeks. Get him here.
He
No
wants
excuse,
that
Rick.
ass.
So, Victor, you should start a DJ school. Bring back what WCYC was doing back then. Yes, we need to talk about that. And I got some good ideas for that with you, Victor. Because it seems to me like that's in your blood and it's something that you would be really great at in teaching kids. But I don't know if that's in your cards or if you see that in your future. But I do see that for you. DJ Prieto, I think vinyl allows you to do that than digital. I agree. People think, Chris Lara, people think they are listening to a remix or an edit. Little do they know it's the second or third verse. I agree. I do agree. Rick, big hugs. Yes, we have big hugs for you, but you need to be big hugged over here too.
Aquí,
so we just need
bro.
aquí. We're right when after Victor leaves, you're next.
Actually, that would be a really good segue because we with a lot of these guys, but Rick is one of the fond memories of playing back to back. He would go first, or I would go. Reich would be somewhere in there too. Like there was like so many people I could mention, but like those like Rick is one that sticks out. Like we would be kind of back to back at parties, and I love watching him, especially when he scratches. He was the first guy I saw scratch with a left hand.
Oh, no way.
And it's like I just thought it was cool. Like, dude, how you doing that? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, go ahead. I'm listening to you, honey. How did you feel when you saw Liz Torres?
oh my god, it was surreal, because I had two interactions with her. The first one was in school, and I had to go apologize to her when I was younger. I said something stupid to her. I was with one of my friends, and we said something stupid, and I told her. There was a conversation with her, right? But she was gracious, and she's like, it's okay. But I remember I almost started tearing up, thinking like talking to her, because I was like admitting that it was me that did what I did, and it was nothing like bad. It was like something that I said, and just to see that she was like so humble and sweet, and I wish that she was still in the music scene somehow, because I think she'd be a good example for these younger artists. Mm-hmm. And she has a voice like no other, and so yeah, it was cool. Like that was a good memory, to have. Especially I was able to talk to her and tell
And
her.
apologize.
Yeah, exactly.
And to say you were sorry for something that,
Yeah.
I think you're right. If she ever came out again, Liz Torres, the first queen of house, right?
Yeah. And would say
Per
Latin house,
billboard.
right?
That'd
Per
be
billboard,
so
she was the
special.
first queen of house.
That would be so special.
Yeah,
She
that
just did
would.
one song, it's one.
And I think just
mind
the-
games at least, just
But
Yeah.
at least
one
redo
song.
it or
Yeah.
something, and then have her, kick the vocals out. I think it would be so phenomenal.
Where do you see yourself in about a year?
A year. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, still doing this. Maybe a second visit to your podcast here, and then I have big plans for running for next year, because this year I have a lot of bookings and a lot of races that I wanted to do. I'm not going to be able to do, but next year off the DJ conversation. The running is like my thing. That's the one thing I get to do for me.
Yes, we need to
So-
call you DJ Marathoner.
Yeah, so I plan on running again. I ran it several times already, Chicago, but I plan on running out of state and see what.
Oh.
Boston, baby, Boston.
One day, hopefully, if I could do
Boston.
it.
Oh Lord,
But,
here he goes with his masks again.
But I'm gonna try to. The goal is to do an ultra marathon, so that's like
Ooh.
over 30 miles.
Yeah.
And then there's a 50, and if I could make it, 100-mile one.
Ooh, that's a lot of
the
training.
goal.
That's like no fat on the body whatsoever, just boom.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan body right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
10% body fat.
Yeah, really.
Get there.
That's like mad
Right.
training. What would you tell your younger self?
Oh my
And
God, I
what
just
would you-
posted a video about that.
What would you apologize for? I just saw it, but what would you apologize to your younger self about?
I would just tell myself not to be afraid, that things are gonna be okay. Just have faith in yourself, and you're gonna be fine.
And what would you tell your 99-year-old self?
No regrets. You're old, but you're gonna go on with no regrets. You did what you wanted to do in life, whether it was great or not, but you did it, and yeah, just no regrets. Like I'm not gonna look back and wonder what if I did this or that. So far I'm so good, you know, like.
What history have you not shared? Because Angelo said you were on his show, and I want to say probably in 2020, right when
It's around
COVID
COVID,
hit.
that's
Yep.
right.
What history did you leave out that you'd like to mention today?
Man.
I'm making you think, huh? Making him think.
Well, I mean, you know, on and off through the years, I've been riding this wave of referrals from like the beginning. The first person that like asked me to come and play. We did this little house party. My friends and I were like, I think I shared this story. We were running down the street with my speakers and turntables in the crate, like the Peanuts gang, and we did this house party. It was Amy and Kelly, I think was her sister's name. I remember the other girl was Amy. But we did this little house party, and it was the worst party that I ever did because I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know, how to structure a mix. I just wanted to play music. But they gave me a chance. But like throughout my whole career, I've had people book me without even hearing me. Just they get to know me, and maybe they like me or whatever. They trust me, and there I am, you know. But I guess I've whether I've been in the scene or not, I've always had constant work. I worked at little small bars in the neighborhood, and I was always working. So, I mean, I worked at Tito's on 26th and Wentworth, Bojica's, a whole bunch of places that are not within like the scene, and I worked there for several years. So I guess, I don't know. I have a constant thing going with this DJ thing. I don't know if that's anything that's like a secret or
No,
not. but,
that's-
you know.
Again, you're living your dream. You're doing something
Again.
you love. You know.
And I've never asked anybody what they would tell their 99-year-old self because I don't think anybody really thinks about even getting there at that point, but just living life. But when you brought up the fact of, telling yourself, your younger self, what you know now.
Yeah.
I tend to think that as we get older, we tend to gravitate towards maybe a little bit more regret because as we get older, there's a lot of things that we
for
feel
sure.
that we can't accomplish.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that coming home from work today, and I was like, what would I tell my older self? Like, what accomplishments would be there? And what do you think you want to accomplish that you still have that bucket list for?
Oh man, there's a lot of I would love to DJ with people that I never DJed before.
So let's put it in the universe. Who would you like to see yourself DJ with?
Oh man,
We already made it happen with QMM. That's going to happen
that's
this
it. That's
upcoming Friday.
There's nothing else.
So-
There's nothing else. That's peak.
He was the main person in your bucket list.
That's peak. That's peak. Everybody says Bill. If I could up my game a little bit with the skill, I would love to do like a DMC type set with him, and have the elements of house, turntablism, because I'm glad that he did. His style of DJing is like that. He brought those elements, and and everybody else. It just kind of floodgated, to the DJ world. There's a lot of DJs. It'd be cool to play with Jazzy Jeff.
Ooh, that's a name.
you know, just because of the variety, and I like variety, so I think I can hang with him on the variety. But his mind is so like broad with music that like I would have to really keep up, you know. And you know, maybe a reunion with the New Force guys. I mean, we've done parties, but like I would love to have.
I
like,
see that in the future.
You know, I think it would be pretty cool. Like if we could do it, like I would love to have all our friends that used to come to the parties. You know, it would be cool.
You can do that.
We can do that.
Next month at Cantina, you can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an easy one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We did it like 2 years ago, I think it was. But I would love to get like everybody. I'm talking like get Miguel, get John was with us, Danny Wildchild, the other Carlos. Like if we could make peace, I would love to do that, because we were so tight, man. We were, not for nothing, but we were a pretty solid team, and we held our own, you know, against the other groups, you know, and it was good times. I remember all the good times. It was so good.
So we got a couple of comments in here.
I can't read them. I don't have my readers.
I know you don't have your readers. So Rick Carell says, Victor is my guy, one of the most big-hearted humans one could ever meet. That's sweet. Oh, Rick. We need to get you here soon, Rick.
Rick.
Beto says, and this is why all those people hire you for intimate private gigs, all of those little places, you reached all of those followers. Chris Lars got his eyes open for what you just said. And then Ethan says, listening to the new wave makes you young again. Just like, where are we at? Just listening to the new wave music and sound takes you back to the days, high school, hall parties. I agree.
Those were good times.
Yeah, my go-to is always Pretty in Pink. I love that soundtrack.
That's automatic 80s.
That is just my favorite.
Yeah, automatic.
So you've named a few things that you'd like to see on your bucket list. I can't help you with Jazzy Jeff, but hey, we could write a letter. We can see if we can make that happen. Hey, Nandi, what's going on, man?
Nandi, see right there, and I told him like 5 times.
Tom Perez, what's
under
going
the
on?
influence that he was the reason, and shout out to you, Nandi.
Aw.
Yeah, Tom Perez is another one, a gem and a half, man. There's like so many. Like when I see the names, I could just go back in time, and it's just like Tom like had that record, that Puerto Rico record song. It was a band salsa song, whatever, and it just like Puerto Rico. When he played it, I was like, Tom Puerto Rico, he has his own record. I was like, oh my god! It was like, I thought it was the coolest thing. But that guy's like one of the heavy hitters in DJing for me. And I can go up to him and we hug every time we see each other. There's a lot of these guys. I saw Charlie. Chesney was another one that was like a thing, you know, like he was like so fast, so good. Supreme DJ team, like I talk to so many people. I get along with everybody.
You do.
It's a shame
you have no hate for nobody. You never talk bad about anybody, and you always have love for everybody.
And I wish everybody got along, because imagine the parties that we can have, like, you know what I mean, like, and I get it that there's ego, there's time, space, whatever, but like if there was none of that, like the parties, man, people would just lose their minds.
I agree. Hey, Party Rock Pete, I agree. I totally agree with you that if egos were set aside, oh look, Felix V is in the house. If people were to put those egos aside and stop thinking the I factor, I think the music in Chicago in itself would be really cool.
Oh, for sure.
I also think that supporting DJs and wherever they go, you know, is huge too. The conversations that people can have about Chicago house music and how heightened we are, yet how separated we are.
Yeah, I think
is a sad conversation.
The separation is because, you know, it's because of money, right? Because, you know,
some of it's money, but a lot of it's ego.
Right?
A lot of it's ego.
Oh, yeah, he can't play with me, or I can't play with him, or
he's not equal to me.
I can't play there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so and so.
And I still hear that to this day, and I'm just like, why? Why do you think that your huevos are so much bigger than everybody else? When everybody had this everybody was chipping in to make this happen, especially Latinos.
Well, I think what something what Victor said, and it's something that I did growing up, that I learned back in like 83, 84. you know, and I was 13, 14 years old. Who's going to give me a chance? No one knows me. I didn't get my own. So I made it happen for myself. So that's the same thing he said earlier. You know, if no one's hiring you, you know, save some money, do your own gig, do your own event, you know, create your own vibe, create your own audience.
Bring your own DJs.
Right. You know, just do it for yourself. Don't wait for that phone call or that text. You know,
Yeah, I like when Julio
you know?
said that. I do admit I like when Julio said that, and I like when Sandra said that. I know you weren't there, but that was one of the conversations.
I was watching.
That
Yeah.
was one of the conversations that came up.
They were like,
Hey, Melissa Starr.
I think Sandra said that she's not going to be calling people and people calling her or something like that. But, you know, and that's a good example, right? Do it for yourself. Don't wait for anyone's call.
I agree.
Just do it for yourself. Make your own.
Bring back the
your
Doc
own
Martens,
event.
the Victor Doc Martens.
I wear them when I can. I was gonna wear them today, but
I was expecting it when you walked in the door.
I
I
got
wasn't
them
gonna
on
wear
today.
them, but I was like, nobody's gonna see them.
I got them on today. Don't worry. No, I like what Victor wears his your long boots.
Yeah.
Those are what they're talking about?
Yeah.
Your boots? Yeah. the
His long boots, his
Yeah.
shorts,
Yeah.
and his T-shirt.
Yeah.
He wore that at Salerno's.
Yeah,
He did that at Salerno's.
that's my performance
Your
outfit.
little look?
Yeah.
Your little-
Yeah.
So May 1st is the versus. Victor Salazar versus DJ QMM.
Oh, that's at the Cicero?
Cicero
Are you
Fairgrounds.
excited?
Yes, very much. Very much. And I'm very happy about this, especially, I didn't tell him this, but this is an Eddie Rockets reunion, because we both played there at different times, and I don't know why I didn't meet him or didn't get a chance to meet him at the time he was there or whatever. When I had that opportunity to play there, so I'm excited, because, you know, it's like Eddie Rockets, you know, like it's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I can't be there,
So
unfortunately.
explain this thing going on in
So
May
Nandi,
1st.
you know, Nandi does
I know
his...
Nandi a little bit.
Yeah,
I think I heard of
you
him.
know him. I think you've heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nandi does his Cicero Cinco de Mayo. So he's having the fest on Friday.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of DJs in that lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And what Nandi tries to do is ask the DJ, well, who would you like to battle with or go up against? And
Oh, so this is a battle. I thought we were doing a spin-off.
it's a back-to-back. It's a back-to-back.
Okay.
It's a back-to-back.
Oh, I
It's
was
not
like,
a
I
battle.
wanna go-
My
I
bad.
gotta
My
leave.
bad.
I'm gonna go
My
practice.
bad. It's a back-to-back. Back-to-back. So the first thing I said was to call Victor and see if he's available. And
Thank you for that.
And he
Thank you.
was. So I was like,
Thank you.
I can't wait to see this, because it's something like a challenge for them. Their word, if you ever see the TikTok,
Yeah, we
he
always-
always says
yeah.
it's challenge.
Yeah.
So we even did a drop for it because we found it to be funny. So I was looking forward to it, but unfortunately I won't be able to be there. I'm a little ticked off about that, but that's okay. I'll be in the healing process. But I'm excited for you and seeing you and QMM.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. The last year they had similar. I think so. I want to say this is probably the second year, but like the third one that they do the teams, and it's a good concept. And if you guys haven't gone, you guys should go. It's free parking, free entry. The night that we're on, Tyree Cooper's going to be there.
Yes.
Is
I
he
have
performing?
2 records.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have 2 records. Hopefully I get to meet him. And
You haven't met him?
No.
He's a
Oh, we got to make that happen.
Yeah.
No.
Bouncer,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Very cool.
We got to make that happen.
So yeah, I'm excited just in general, man. You know, and then any time that I get to play in front of Nandi, it's a full circle moment for me, because again, he was one of the first people that I got to see, and it's like, oh man, I want to do what he does. And
How long is your sets?
Is it an hour?
is it an hour?
I think it's an hour.
Just back to back to back.
Yeah, because so Thursday, April 30th, it's Victor Lua again versus Julius Oliver, and Nandi Max versus DJ Miles, and then it's DJ Spin Tap with DJ Division, and then of course Martin Boogeyman, Luna, and Candy are the hosts. Friday, it's BAMS versus Trans, House 13 versus DJ Reno, QMM versus Victor Salazar, and Frosto versus DJ SR1. And then Tyree Cooper will be in the house.
And the Perez brothers.
And the Perez brothers, yes, they'll be there.
Those are Ricky and Eddie, are other people that I'm sorry, and this because I don't have them in front of me like to reference, but those are 2 people that you hopefully can get in here. They're brothers. Rick does a lot of music productions. Eddie is such a talented DJ. He would break a lot of records like back in the day. It was just like so good, like solid. Like he actually gave me so many opportunities. I got to open because of him. I got to open up for John Mayer at the House of
No
Blues.
way!
The Bare Naked Ladies. And those are the two people that they hired. And then I did 2 other parties for this law firm. But I got to open up.
See,
For, yeah.
history in the making
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Look at
It's a nice
that.
thing dropping right there.
Woo-hoo! I drop some applause there.
Yeah, so actually I was thinking about that because like with Gino's opportunity, I was like thinking, man, I don't mind doing it. I like when people call me for certain parties, I'll be like, if you guys need an opener, I'll do it. Because I know people want, the guys, and everybody's deserving of this, they want to be in front of people. But to get the vibe going over there, I don't mind
That's
doing
right.
that. Let me do it. And, I was born in January, first month of the year, so I don't mind being first. It's cool. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, that's too funny. January what?
7th.
Oh, you're a Capricorn.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna play LaBouche.
He's going to play La Bouche. Oh my God. Because that was a popular song at Eddie Rockets. Oh my God.
No, that's what 3J said.
Oh, you're going to play. Shut
3J.
up. Just, y'all are messing with me with that
3J,
damn
every time
La
I see
Bouche.
3J, I picture him with a Batman t-shirt on because of a story he told. I can't. I always see the Batman symbol on 3J.
Marco
In my mind.
Montoya's in here, and he's saying, great show with Victor Salazar tonight, a legendary DJ himself, and living encyclopedia of house music. There you go. A living encyclopedia of house music.
There you go.
How's that sound?
Ain't bad, huh?
I think that belongs to
You can
to
be like
Benji,
Professor
but,
Salazar.
yeah.
Have your little house music class.
I'll have my yeah.
Did you know Benji?
I met him twice. I had the opportunity of speaking with him after hours at Peter's house during one of the PB&J mix shows. Mm-hmm. He gave me so many nuggets, and we were going back and forth. I was asking him, like, again, rumor versus fact and this and that, and he was very forthcoming and open about, the conversation that we had, and I won't forget it, because a year later, that's when he passed. And that was the last time that that we interacted, and that was the day they had Mickey over at Peter's place. Mm-hmm. So Peter gave me the opportunity to interview Mickey, so I took it really serious. I forgot who said something that interrupted, and I glared at them, and Benji never let that down. He's like, man, I saw you, man. You were gonna kill that guy, because he interrupted the conversation, the flow. But I was just trying to do a good job for Peter, because Mickey's big, big name, yeah. And I was like both excited and like I wanted to do a good thing, and so I would maybe I take myself too serious when it comes to certain things, but that's just the way I am, because I want things to be good, so.
Well, Victor, we want to thank you for being here
Thank you
today.
both.
And honestly, it's an honor, to
Yes,
hear
it
your
is an
story. And not only are you a great DJ, but you're a great friend.
Oh, bro.
I appreciate your friendship.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
And
and everything.
you always got my heart, baby.
And everything you have done for the scene and continue doing
Oh,
it.
he's getting up.
Don't
A
stop.
mask and a bat. Oh, no.
Oh, no, he goes Mike with his mask. Don't stop what you're doing, bro. People love you, so you can see that,
Thank
so
you,
don't
everybody.
forget May 1st, and we got some more stuff going on that we got to talk about. So don't be tuning out yet, you 30 people. Stay on here. Oh my God, here we go. So here's what I'll say to you, Victor. One, you're a fantastic DJ. You are one who is definitely should go down in the books, and you should give yourself grace for that one. I think with TikTok, I think people finally, not that you haven't been out there, but they're finally getting to see Victor Salazar as Victor Salazar.
Yeah.
There's no other name behind it, and then your vinyl session Chicago is awesome. And I think that's a great segue for you and even the things that you've done in the past. So congratulations. Keep doing the things that you're doing. Shouts out to your wife because, like you said, she didn't want to date a DJ, but you got her.
Yeah.
And being married to a DJ or even being involved with a DJ is extremely hard for...
Did she sing to you last night? DJ saved my life.
Yeah, did she sing that?
No. she did not. She didn't like DJs. She didn't know if she could trust me, and so the whole DJ thing. But we're good.
So here's what I'll say. Victor Salazar has a history. Today we were talking about history lessons. I got 2 history lessons today in one day. One was over Steve Silcurley, who I got to be in a class with King Britt. And I don't know who you know if King Britt is, but King Britt is the DJ for Jiggable Planets, who is now a professor at the University of California. And the Zoom was shared with me to be in his classroom to watch this class and to watch this conversation. I was able to hear the first draft of Steve Silcurley and Keith Nunley's Love Can't Turn Around. My God. Yeah, Love Can't Turn Around. And I thought it was the most coolest thing and the coolest history to ever hear the first draft of this song that made them so popular. Outside of the history that we know between what happened between the song and itself. But then I got a history lesson from Shaggy today. Shaggy broke down reggaeton. El Henal, he spoke of, him and Shaggy went to school together. And in this little class snippet that I got, and it's on TikTok, you guys can find it. In this snippet, he states that reggaeton was started technically by El Henal because they wanted a Spanish spin or Latino spin on reggae.
Reggae, yeah, protest music.
Yep. So El Henal was obviously we know his music, and that came out in the 80s? No, 90s. 90s, right? Late 80s, early 90s.
It was 88, 89.
The person
I remember
who
him performing at Highlanders.
Right. So the person who was on the label, who was the label owner at the time, said, we need to call this reggae tone. In other words, Tone. So he said reggaeton didn't start with everybody that we know of now. Reggaeton, which would just be reggae tone, started with El Henal. And that's where it got its first label. So I thought that was kind of cool for some history lessons. But when you... And really? You're going to correct me? And so, in any case, I say this because everybody has a history. Everybody has a little bit of history. Again, today, Steve literally put that nail in when I say Jamie Principle was technically the first house record with Your Love. You can argue me all you want, but the only reason why it's not considered something of a house song or house track was because it was on tape. And he solidified that, and that was in 1982. Learning the history of what we do and how we do it and the people that we have here is a history that we should all know and practice and verbalize to others. Because it's the only way that our generation's history will be known and carried on through others. And I love learning history about music. If you don't know me by now, you know that I know a lot of history about a lot of people and things that I learned today from Steve. But I think when you start listening to the history of yourself, of Pablo, of Gino, of the others, the futures that we'll have here, which we'll announce today, and the people in the past, Steve Santoyo and Mike Zwaz and Al. Share that history and knowledge. Tell people where you learned that from. Because the only way to make it legendary and to make it history is not by keeping it to ourselves or not being able to just share it here on a show, but to share a podcast, to share that history. And I hope that these podcasts that we do between us and the industry DJs allow you to learn something that you didn't know about another, but also allows you to walk away with knowledge and history to share with somebody else, to share with a younger generation when they start saying, well, so and so in our genre, started this. No, this is where it started. I got my 2 history lessons today, and I thought it was really awesome for me to share not only on this platform, but just to have, because I got so excited, and these guys thought I was crazy when I was talking about the history of Steve Silcurley. But I get so excited when I find out new information, and then, like you said, validate rumors and information and get that validation. So please share our podcasts, share others' podcasts. When you go up to people, don't just say, hey, how's it going? Say, why don't you tell me a little history about yourself so I get to know it?
Yeah, put yourselves out there. Reach out to them. Mm-hmm. Come on their show or whoever podcast, or if you don't want to come out on podcast, it's important to get your story out there. The only way you're going to get the narrative about you is to get it out there. Nobody's going to care if I did this and this and this and that if you don't talk about it. and that's why you're jaded and sad about everything that's going on. So like no, seriously, like some people just feel, they get to that point because they're not being noticed or
I'm
put on.
reachable. I know. I'm pretty cool with everyone. Stephanie, just message us. It's real simple.
And I want to share this platform for everybody.
And if I don't know you, I'm going to ask questions. I'll do my research, and if I don't,
These
we'll get
guys
to know
are
you.
these guys are working on a giant puzzle, and
Yeah.
they're getting all the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah.
And when they're done, I know this girl is up to something. She's gonna have everything put in order, and it might be able to be done like in a movie or something, or a documentary, and it's gonna be in order. You're gonna have videos from different days and all the stories. She's putting them together.
All these are
This is
falling in.
important.
It's like a puzzle, and we're filling.
filling the
everything.
gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in case a lot of you don't know, the reason why we started this whole thing in the first place was because I wanted to do our own documentary. I'm sure somebody out there's already working on it. And there's room for everything. I mean, we've seen how many documentaries there are just on the house music period.
Who started it?
And it's the
Who was
same
first?
people. But so there's room for our own. But this is the reason why we're doing this, is because of the history that's being lacked in our own community, in our own history, and why I call this the Don't Count Us Out podcast, because of that factor. And I think when you start looking at it in a general sense of not erasing this man's history and where he's come from and where he has stemmed from and where he's at right now, and taking the history of Pablo and taking the history of Steve Santoyo and all the others that we've had here, even the Breakers, Breaker Ray, Breaker B-Boy, there's so many things that there is so much history that's never shared, and we need to start sharing that, because it's the only way that our voice will get heard, and it's the only way that our voices in history will be marked in history, and it will be embedded in people's heads, because when you embed it in people's heads, then it's better for us. So work together, work separately, but get that history out, because it's really, really important. Otherwise, it's going to die off, and we may not be here to be able to tell that story later on.
And we hope you join us this year, October
3rd,
for our third
annual Latinos in the House Conference, Bridging the Gap. It's going to be a little different this year, but we're still going to keep the tone.
Right.
It's going to be held at the Branding Iron this year. So
we can officially announce that.
We can officially announce that it's going to be held at the Branding Iron this year.
At the pavilion.
At the pavilion. So in case it's cold, bring your jacket. We're going to see if we can get some heaters in there. But if not, we'll figure it out. But we're praying for good weather. We're calling the universe for good weather. But it'll be held at the Branding Iron.
Thank you, Julio, for setting that up.
Yes, thank you very much. And Sandra, we really do appreciate you. And we're looking for everybody to spread that word. Spread the word. October 3rd, learn about the Latinos in dance, house music, new wave.
Do you guys
everything.
have media set up already to be able to share?
No, we're going to call Victor Salazar for that.
Okay. No, I'm saying like flyers and promotion.
We're going to be doing that soon.
We know someone.
We know somebody who can do some flyers.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that, and we'll be dropping our little vignette soon. So be watching out for that. But please share, be there, show that we have a history. If you don't show up, it shows that we don't have a history, and that's been the problem all along. So be there on October 3rd, Branding Iron. For Latinos, the Pavilion Room at the Latinos in the House Dance Music Conference.
Third annual.
Isn't that
beautiful? Third.
I know. We can say that.
Annual.
We can say that. Third
Number
annual.
3.
I'm so excited. Yeah. So we will be putting that information out there soon. We expect to see a lot of people this year. We know that last year was a little hectic. There was some people, with some yellow, like the stuff that goes in your cup. Yeah, they were all over the place. So we learned our lesson that year. So we're looking to do it at the Branding Iron this year. So make sure you're there. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in. Don't forget, May 1st and April 30th over at Cicero. You'll see QMM and Victor do their side-by-side, back-to-back Friday. Make sure you're there. House Stock. I will be there at House Stock. I am one of the hosts along with Lady Alicia, Gina, Voodoo. This is Voodoo's event, and we just kind of sit back and tell people come on over. But they got a great lineup this year. Joe Cool Rodriguez will be there, my primo. DJ QMM, DJ Voodoo, DJ Smooth Smoking Sam, DJ Little John, Mickey Calvin. Who am I missing? I think it's Steve Miggity Maestro is going to be there. This is going to be a huge event, and you want to be there. Send if you need more details, let me know. But please make sure that you're there. This is going to be done on May 24th. This is the one event that everybody gets to enjoy some different type of music. It's different genres of house. And if you have missed these wonderful house stock events, you need to be there. They are so cool to be at. I will not be dancing, but I will be in presence. And right now, as you can see, house stock is being shown right now in our commercials. This is a totally free event. Just bring your grills, leave your attitudes and egos at the door, enjoy the music. The event has been going on for 10 years and it's going strong. So we look forward to that event as well. Then there's what?
Well, June 6th is my next public appearance.
Woohoo!
So it's going to be a rooftop party
I was going to ask you about that.
downtown Chicago. We'll officially announce the location maybe later this week. But yeah, June 6th, rooftop, 3 to 9. Nice lineup. I can't say who it is now, but we have a nice lineup.
Are you going to be like Gino now? You're not going to announce the lineup? Oh, my God.
I'm going to do like a Gino and wait a week before the event.
Send it in a text
I know, I'm
message.
just going to keep informing.
It creates anticipation.
Yeah. So, June 6th.
Oh, my God. Yes, we need Mr. Wonderful up here. I don't know who put that up there, but yes, we do need Mr. Wonderful up here. I agree. Oh, that's DJ Matador. What's up, man? But yes, we need to get him here. We need to get a lineup of everybody
So many
there.
people.
But
This show can go on like for 10 years.
it could, and I hope it does. I hope it does. But let me tell you who's in the roundup. So the next 2 weeks we're gonna be off because, in case you guys don't know it, I will be having hip replacement surgery. So I'll be like the bionic woman by the time we're done with all this. Yes. So we will be back on May 13th. May 13th we're gonna have Xavier LeBron from Xavier's Bar and Kitchen. So he'll be here telling his
he's
history,
wonderful.
which he's got a huge history as well. And then on May 20th, we have Julio Sierra. So if you missed him at the Industry DJs, we will be having him here May 20th. And then on June 10th, which I hope you're here.
Maybe.
June 10th, we will have in the house our brothers, the Industry DJs, Al and T Kid in the house. We will finally be interviewing them and their history and everything. We know they have a podcast. We know everything about them, but we may not know everything about them. So we're going to find out that day. So we know there's going to be a party here at the house. And then from there, we hope to have Crate Bug back in the week after. So I know we're kind of talking and to see what his schedule looks like, especially with the summer opening up. So you guys got a huge lineup coming up in these next few weeks, but we will be taking a break these next 2 weeks, and we will be back on May 13th. May 13th is when we're back. Like Mahalo said, he's got an event coming up. We've got House Stock. We've got Cicero Fest coming on April 30th and May 1st. I mean, what more events can we give you? I'm sure there's more, but go vote.
A boat.
Oh, we got a boat party May 20.
30th.
Oh, May 30th. May 30th is the boat party. We'll be having more information out on there.
That's house versus freestyle?
Yes, it's the
Charlie's?
house versus restyle. You're on it, aren't you?
No.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought it was the
Mike is.
Okay,
yeah.
Mike's on it.
Yeah.
Rich Huerta, Chaz D, Tom Perez, Peter Aparicio, and then I think there's another event coming on. So I don't know. Well, you know what? We're just gonna put that information out there. So look on Latinos in the House Live, and we will have it out there. Thank you, everybody, for being on. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you,
We love you
everybody, for
guys.
tuning in.
See you in 2 weeks, May 13th. Bye.
Mwah.
It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie Pablo and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers,